Yeah. How y'all doing out there, man? It's hot as hell, right? Muggy, humid. The weather is crazy. Crazy right now. Hot, humid, and muggy. That's the way it is right now, man. Anyway, what's going on? Peace and black power. I heard a lot of talking going on, man, with Whack 100. I see a few people know a little something, but they ain't see the video. And they talking about, how many of y'all heard anything about Whack 100 and me? Anybody? Anybody heard a little something? Whack 100 making a lot of noise out there? Talk to me. Anybody heard anything? I did. What you heard? What you heard, Asiatic? 777. What you heard, man? Come on. Let me know. Let me know what you heard. Cause damn, people been hitting me up talking about Saab, what's going on? Gorilla Hebrew calling me. Saab, what's going on, man? Tell me that ain't true what Whack 100 did. I heard Whack 100 went in on you. He went off on you. We was face to face. We was at Unc's 607 Unk house. And it was on and popping up in there. It was on and popping. Yep. And yeah, it was on and popping. But believe me, Whack 100 did not bring the flames to me. What he did was, I'll give y'all a little story and let y'all know what happened. Him and Jabari, because Jabari was with me, him and Jabari was going back and forth. Jabari getting the best of him, beating him down with the scholarship. Whack is talking loud and not really saying nothing. But Jabari is kicking his ass in front of his wife. So you already know he mad, he's steaming, and he been going in on Jabari saying, no, and you already know what it is. When Jabari hits you back with a blow, they get mad and upset. So what Jabari did was, because he kept going back and forth, and he said, yeah, you know, brothers like Whack 100, right? A lot of them don't play the penis game. So Jabari says something like, yeah, acting like the size of your penis or something like that. You know what I'm saying? When Jabari said that, oh my God, all hell broke loose. Whack 100 went off, went crazy, calling Jabari all kind of bitches and hoes and punks, and I'll punch you in your face right now. And I'm looking like, yo, what is this about, brother? I thought we was building, man. He couldn't handle the pressure. Now, when y'all see the video, y'all gonna say, damn, why he going in on Jabari like that? And Jabari is like, brother, let me say something to you. Let me talk to you, brother. Brother, you can't talk to this dude, man. He got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He want to be conscious, and then he want to be hood and gangster. 1 minute, he want to work and do work for the people, but the next minute, he still got that thug mentality. You know what I'm saying? He got the thug mentality. I like Whack 100. I like him, man. I mean, he ain't intimidate me, not one bit. All right? He ain't intimidate me, not one bit. Now, if you gonna say, oh, Saul, you think you can beat down Whack 100? Hell fucking no. Hell no. But I tell you what, Saul ain't no goddamn punk or no chump either. You know? And so when I seen Whack 100 doing that to Jabari, I didn't even want to get on the mic or stand up. I immediately stood up and went at him, went hard at him. And when I got up there on the mic, I'm looking him in his eyes. Matter of fact, I'm standing up over him, like looking at him because he's sitting down in the chair. So I stood up. See, y'all ain't hear the real story. You listening to Whack 100. What I'm telling you is real because I got it on video. I filmed it. I filmed the joint. So I stood up because I see how he was doing Jabari, and we know Jabari's a college professor. He can't be up there acting like a thug and a gangster. That's why Jabari do the same thing with Reggie. He'll just be humble down and be quiet and just look. Hey, brother Reggie, what's going on, man? Reggie, you know how Jabari do. And so Jabari is just trying to get composure back. Like, yo, brother, you've been saying this and that and this about me, attacking me. I didn't go crazy like you, but I say one thing and he goes crazy. It's all because Jabari was beating him down with the information. Wack wanted to get up and fight and throw blows at Jabari. I'm like, oh man. So I stood up and I said, because he was acting like he was for the community. So I stood up and looked down at him and I was telling him, nigga, straight like that, nigga, I'm a better man than you, nigga. The hell is you talking about? You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing but a thug. You ain't nothing but a gangster. You ain't nothing but a man who kills his own people. You ain't nothing but a goddamn gang member, nigga. Who are you? And I went in on him. So don't let nobody tell you. You go see the video. Don't let nobody tell you, oh man, I heard Wack went in on you and Wack did this. Watch this. Watch this. I could call somebody, one of the brothers who he called. Because he called me immediately. Saw what's going on. Yo, man, did Wack really go in on you? I was like, what? Where you hear that at? He said, Wack going crazy. I'm like, brother, nah, man. I had a good time. Y'all know my spirit turns up. Come to think about it, watch this. My birthday is April the 6th. His birthday is April the 7th. So you already know me and him is coming with that thundering fire attitude already. Passion when we speak. And that's how he was speaking. And so he got up. He said, say it again. He's saying that to Jabari, getting close to him, because I sat back down. And when he stood up, I stood up, right? And I'm standing in front of Jabari, and he like, yo, sa.neter, don't walk up on me, man. It was like he thought I was getting ready to walk up on him, which I wasn't. I was getting ready to stand in the way so he don't try to swing on nobody, on Jabari. You see what I'm saying? So I stood up, and when I stood up, he immediately, his eyes got bigger. Sa.neter, don't walk up on me, man. Don't walk up on me. I was just like, yo, what is you talking about, bro? I'm laughing the whole time. I'm having a good time. And, man, it was just crazy. It was crazy. Wack turned up. And Wack do that for the views. I appreciate it. I like it. You know, let the video go viral. But Jabari is not a coward. He just couldn't respond the same way you was responding. He's a professional college professor, bro. He can't be up in there acting thuggish and doing that. Y'all never see Jabari do that. So, come on, man. So, I know it's going to be other people, oh, man, Jabari was going to get beat up. And nah, it ain't like that. It wasn't like that. Not at all. Because when the whole thing was over, when the cameras went off, Yo, Gorilla, what up?
Yes, sir. What up?
Hey, I'm live right now. I'm live. I want to ask you, is it all right? Do you want to explain what you heard about with Wack and me and all that?
Yeah, man, they was calling me. The streets was calling me.
Yeah.
The streets was calling me. They talking about, yeah, man, Wack saying he either started a war with sa.neter and he couldn't remember Jabari's name, I guess. All they called me and told me was your name.
Right.
You know, but they say, yeah, he online talking about, you know, he went big on y'all.
Yeah. You know, Wack is cool, man. I like the brother. I like him, man. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he cool.
He's a good actor. You know, because when the cameras come on, he's acting. You know, he's a character.
He got in a good character. Yeah, he
got to get in the character, man. And then when the cameras was off, guess what happened?
Everything was good.
Jabari and I got to say this, Wack. It's not. Don't take it like you know. I'm just giving you little metaphors or whatever. When the cameras went off, Jabari and Wack 100 started making love, brother.
Oh my God.
And when I say making love, I'm not talking about nothing sexual. You know what I'm talking about? Like being brothers again, like peace, brother, hug each other. Yeah, what's up, brother? And so I'm glad he did that because it calmed Jabari down a little bit. Now he can come out and talk because Jabari ain't want to talk no more after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, got us that, you know, Jabari, he's not confrontational like that.
That's because he's a professional teacher. He's a professor at college. So he can't behave like Negroes out there. You know, he can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But you'll see when the video come out. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try to bring it out tomorrow.
I can't wait. Right
now, I'm getting ready to play 607 Unc and Jabari conversation. It was a beautiful conversation.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna tune in.
All right, I'm live right now. Peace, brother.
All right, brother. All right, peace.
All right. Hey, I want to let everybody know. I got my little brother here. The mighty Hebrew is in the building. He's been calling me, telling me he's ready for the smoke. He wants to smoke with me, and he want to get in the hot seat. I said, sure, brother. If you really think you can deal with it, I'll let you in the hot seat. And I don't care if you're an Old Testament Hebrew, if you're a New Testament Hebrew, it don't matter. You're all the same to me. And I'm going to prove it and show it to you, the mighty Hebrew. I'm ready. I'm back home. I'm ready. I'm going to put it together, and we're going to get it in. Right now, y'all already know we got the debate coming up. It's right around the corner. I'm back. And y'all don't want to miss that. I'm going to give y'all some clips of Jabari and 607 Up. So here's the Zoom. The Zoom, if y'all ain't get it, here it is. It's right around the corner. It's coming up this week, right? Next week. Yep. Let's get it. So without any further ado, let's go with part one. Critical analysis. Whose reality are we living? A lot of us assume our home is Africa. Uh-oh.
How could you not be part of the community?
Because I'm not part of the people community. It's a different type of community. Like, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be honest with you. You probably not going. You're a scholar, and I respect your years of searching.
Right.
But I think different. See, when it comes to the way I think, first I look at who has a home, and when I look across this particular planet, I see two species without a home. The white race and the black race. The black race assume they got a home. And a lot of them assume their home is Africa. But that's not true. I'm different than the African. That's why I'm saying when you say human and say I'm part of this and I'm supposed to communicate like this, I choose not to.
Every person on the planet is an African. The question is, are you ensconced in African history?
I don't agree with that.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you agree or not. When you study what has actually happened.
How do you know what happened?
Because we have large numbers of texts that describe what happened. We have the artifacts.
You said something that made sense. You said that the biggest thing in the world, I think, is the idea. Like the most thing is the idea, what you said, right? Everything you suggesting is the idea of what happened, right? And you said it yourself, the biggest thing is the idea. It's only an idea that this is how we should communicate. It's not a definite answer.
But one of the things, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I want you to think about it a little bit differently, perhaps. I think that one of the things that we have to recognize is the reason why human beings are here. We got spindly legs. Our teeth are not that sharp. We're not even that strong. You have a great white up here. If you put a human up against that animal, there's no chance that we will survive.
I told you before, I'm not a human. See, a human can't, but what I am can, because what I am got direct communication with all species.
You know, I have a friend at the zoo. I think that we should just see, we'll put you both in the cage and see who comes out.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
We're talking about an ape, a great ape.
Let me tell you this.
And you.
Let me tell you something. One thing that's, that you can trick in everybody is the mind. Let me tell you this. That's what they did. They took a shark. You know, a shark, a killer. It killed their prey, and they put a glass in the middle of the shark, right? Mm-hmm. And they put their prey on the other end. The shark was smashing so hard into this thing, into the moment that he said, you know what, I can't get it no more. And then they simply just moved the glass, and the shark never went over there no more.
What was the animal that this did?
It was a prey.
What animal were you describing?
A shark.
How do you know it's a shark?
They say it's a shark.
Oh, but you said it was a shark.
They say so. Let me tell you something. In that moment, I was doing the same thing you was doing. I was explaining something so you can understand it using that language. But let me say this. I guarantee you can do something else. You got my voice. You ain't know that. You got my voice in your head right now. Mm-hmm. You can think of my voice in your head, and you can invent my voice in your head. So who's to say my voice is not yours?
I would honestly say that we benefit from spending time with each other, communicating with each other. I would agree with you on that. I think that our communication, our ability to share ideas, it leaves an indelible imprint on all of us.
Right.
And when I leave here, I'm going to remember my conversation with you, and I'm going to think about my conversation with you.
But you never leave.
Because of the imprint that you've made. And in some ways, that means that part of you is always with me and part of me is always with you.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because it stuck out with me. Like I said, you sit here, and when you sit here, I can just feel the truth, your studies. Mm-hmm. And as I sit here and I try to really understand, I know that it may be different when I say things that I say, right? What I think. But it's just my idea. But the thing about it is when I speak it, people gonna believe it and it's gonna become their idea. Mm-hmm. And then it's gonna be just as good as everybody else's idea.
But you know what,
because everything is an idea.
You're describing the accumulation of knowledge. Mm-hmm. And that's a wonderful thing. The point I was making about putting a human being, I'm a used human being right now, up against one of these majestic animals, is that we really physically have no chance in some sort of conflict with that kind of animal. So you have to ask, how did they end up in cages? And how did humans end up dominating?
But again, they only attract prey. They only attack prey. Did you know this? They proved this too. If you stand still and look them directly in the face, they won't attack you. Right? Because it's something that comes off of you that tells the animal to attack. The animal just don't want to attack.
There are other circumstances. Yeah. What if you're standing in between it and its young?
I mean, this is what I believe.
You can stand as still as you want. You're going to be torn to shreds.
Yeah, but I believe that what comes off your aura will communicate to the animal, and that will determine whether you're eating or not. I believe that everything is aura. I believe that everything is come from within. I believe that an animal don't decide to eat a person that they don't supposed to eat. I believe a person that eat an animal, animals only eat a person that will eat them too.
I don't know if that's 100% the case.
Yeah, but don't
I honestly believe that animals such as these other primates, I mean, they're in some ways they're similar to humans. You have some of them that are just jerks. You know what I mean?
You believe in manifestation?
Of course. I'm a Kemetic priest.
And manifestation, it suggests that everything is happening from your mind.
Yes.
Right.
But you know what you got to challenge?
So why couldn't that be the same thing with the animals and getting ate or not?
But here's the deal. Just as you are manifesting, another entity is manifesting as well.
But who reality is it? Right now.
Whose reality will win?
Who reality is it right now? If right now I can't see my face, who reality are we in? Mm-hmm. Are we in yours or mine?
I would have to say that we are in a reality that is separate from both of us and also part of us. Because, you know, we're filming this, right? So the reality is that neither of us are going to experience it like the person that's the viewer. And that's fascinating.
That's sort of like the future, right? Because we'll never see the future. When I get to the future, it's going to become the now.
That's right.
When they see it, it's going to happen now.
There is only the now.
Yeah, when they see it.
When you go to the great temples of ancient Kemet, you will actually see their major gateway. We were just talking about this because they did a poor job, but they attempted to replicate it at the Luxor Hotel. But when you go to the New Kingdom Temple, you'll see this massive gateway. And on one side represents yesterday, the other side represents tomorrow. And in the middle of the temple, the place where the sun is today. This is, I would argue, one of the first times that we see humans describe the importance of the present. The present is the gift.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of people don't know that. Because right now, if I want to think about the past or the future, I got to do it in the present.
That's right.
So only thing that's actually happening is happening right now, right? But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, I know a lot of people where I come from, they worry about things that ain't happened yet.
Right.
But like, again, what do you say about worry? Because I believe that worry, fear, love, and every emotion is sort of like the same.
I would love to have you in initiation. Your concept is more advanced than most people have without study, without reading a lot.
Reading for me is difficult.
But I hear that, but I'm saying you've arrived somewhere without necessarily reading it. And that you have to be commended for that.
I mean, I believe what I do is the true reading. Reading the environment, being aware. Because it's like, you look at that, right? And I look at that, and I say, cool. They say that was writing. I'm not sure if it was or if it wasn't, but
it is.
To me, it's beautiful writing because you can tell yourself what it means. To me, the Egyptians was explaining emotions. To a lot of people, it's different. But to me, that everything that was described was an emotion, and every picture that a lot of people say is God's is like how people act based on that emotion. But a lot of people say, okay, cool, that's so far from the truth. But when it comes to everything, I think that everything is emotion. I kind of put everything in there.
607 Ankh just said the Neteru are allegorical. I hope you hear
what that means.
What he said.
What did I say?
The debate coming up.
What that mean?
I have a large debate coming up. And you are describing how you interpret the Neteru of ancient Kemet, the gods, I don't usually use that term,
right?
The gods of Kemet, as describing existence, as describing emotion, as describing a state.
Right.
And you came to that.
By looking at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what he just said. I just have to, for some of you who didn't hear what he said.
But that's what it said to me when I saw it.
Now, you know I'm going to challenge you still, though.
Right.
You have an altar here.
Yeah.
Why you got the Greeks on your altar?
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and it's crazy. A lot of stuff you ordered, I didn't order this. I ordered something else, and this came, so I used it. So I used it anyway. It's
like, why you think they sent that to you?
You know,
and you got the Greeks in front of the Africans.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
To me, it's the same thing, right? Like I told you, and I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this one more time. I'm gonna say this for everybody watching. And it may be something people never heard, but I believe the whites and the blacks, we're not from here. Because we're the only ones that don't have a home here, right? Because African is not a nationality. You can't say, okay, I'm African, that's my nationality. White folks, where they from? People gonna say the mountains. But you don't know. We can't point a place, okay, this is white person people from.
Well, we do know.
Where are they from?
We can do that by doing, there are a variety of ways that we can tell where they're from. They didn't just pop up. No.
What at home at? What at home at right now?
Well, we're all on the planet Earth, right?
But where's their home?
I'm going to tell you that you would assume that they belong in Europe. You would assume. But Europe is a place that is resource poor, climate poor, culture poor. When you go to London, one of the most important cities in Europe, and you ask to get great food, they will not show you British food.
Right.
They're going to tell you about Indian food. They're going to tell you about African food. Europe is resource poor, climate poor, people poor. And this is one of the reasons why they decided that they would take the resources of other people on the planet. And it is the African that has had the remarkable blessing to reside on the place on the planet that has the most resources necessary to operate modern life. You can't operate a cell phone, a television, a jet engine, a computer without resources from the continent of Africa. You would assume that means that those people that live there are quite wealthy.
What do you mean by resources from the continent of Africa?
I'm talking about a number of things that mostly can be taken from the ground that can be used to create the things that we use.
So like what, I don't know if you're familiar with Tesla.
Yep.
And Chase. You know, the Chase Bank, they invented something like that that can send Wi-Fi, send everything straight through the air, right? Without, connection, without having to connect. You talk about something like that?
Energy is what you're talking about.
Yeah, the energy, to connect the Wi-Fi.
You're talking about Nikola Tesla, not Tesla the company.
No, I'm talking about Tesla. Nikola Tesla.
Nikola Tesla. Yeah. Nikola Tesla.
The 369 monster, he only slept 2 hours a day and he was celibate. Something about that, man. Right? And I'm just saying that he invented things that we are just figuring out now, or they're just telling us about now. So I don't know.
I would argue that some of Tesla's, this is a conversation we should definitely have at some point, but I would argue that even some of Tesla's ideas don't come from the place where he came from, that some of those places, some of those items come from African principles that have been remixed to be useful.
Of course.
So for example, when we look at a battery, right? We look at a battery. There isn't anything in this room that probably doesn't have some form of a battery. It is one of the most important devices of the modern world. It allows us to take the energy essentially from the sun, right? Because we're all trying to get energy from the sun, and store it so we can use it in different places. Store it so that we can use it when the sun is not shining on the place on the planet that we're in.
Right.
But we only see batteries the way that they come in the store. If you rip that down, you would clearly see that design is comedic. And it looks remarkably similar to what we would call the Jed column. The Jed column is in the middle of my ankh. I want to say this to you. This is a priesthood ankh. I worked 13 years for this. The only people who touch my ankh is whose energy that I have sensed. I want you to hold it and look at the Jed in the middle. Whoa, this is the Jed here. This is the column that represents the spine of a sar.
It's energy coming off there.
There is energy coming off there. And it's not even just my energy. There's energy of the ancestor who crafted it, who recently became an ancestor.
I can feel it, my body shaking.
Yeah. He's there. And I know that some folks who will go watch sa.neter are going to say, Jabari on that woo-woo stuff again. Yeah. I'm going to tell you,
I can feel it.
Jabari ain't never been off the woo-woo stuff.
No, you can feel it.
The reality is our understanding of how energy, how existence manifests itself in the physical plane and exists in planes that are not physical is something that we have been studying for millennia. This does not have to be in conflict with what the European today calls science. It does not need to be in conflict with it. But there are people who believe that those things are in conflict. The reality is my elder, Baba Heru Ankara Samad Sepata, is still with me. And while he is no longer in physical form, the person that crafted that Ankh, by the way, he's still with me.
That's a beautiful thing. And if you're watching this, I promise you can feel the weight in it and you can feel the energy coming from it. That's the first time I've ever seen one of those.
People will often look at this who are not familiar with the Kemetic tradition, and sometimes they'll say, because they're thinking materially, they say, how much does that cost? They notice that it's silver.
It's heavy.
They notice that it's gold.
It's heavy.
And you know what I say to them? 13 years. And they go, what?
Yeah.
How much does it cost? I said 13 years.
Yeah.
Because they have to recognize I toiled for this for 13 years.
Right.
All right. Let's stay tuned. Let's keep it going. Part 2.
So when you are a priest, when you are a sa.neter, you have to carry this and understand the weight of saying that you must be in control of your life. And my priest, because I designed it along with him, I told him what I wanted. He listened to some things, he ignored others because he's the elder and that's what he's supposed to do. He actually put this symbol at the top. This is the Aten Ra symbol, the symbol of the sun at its height, giving us the energy of the sun. And often when you see it depicted, you'll actually see these snakes surrounding it. And I remember he gave me my Ankh, and I had my Ankh for a few weeks. And he said, well, how does it feel? I said, it's heavy. He said, uh-huh. And I said, Baba, you put these snakes here so that whenever I hold it, it actually is a little uncomfortable in my hand. He said, uh-huh. I said, so, you know, I'm wondering why you made them so prominent, because when I'm holding it, I have to always remember that it's in my hand and it feels a little uncomfortable. He said, uh-huh. And I said, but what? Oh. And he just looked at me and he said, I murder you, beloved. I'm gonna almost cry right now.
So what was he trying to say?
He was trying to say that to carry the Ankh is a lofty aim, and it is not always easy. And I still find, as a grown man of 54, I still get weepy. I don't often get weepy. Still get weepy at the fact that he is now an ancestor. I went to his memorial. I don't believe it's on YouTube, and I hope it won't be. And I thought I was going to say some profound things because I studied with him for so long, and he was like family to me, and I got up there and cried. And so it was really, really hard. I know that he's with me, but accessing his knowledge, his wisdom, his energy, his concern, his love, all of those things is a little more challenging for me, even as a priest, even as someone who has tried to cultivate my ability to speak to someone in the afterlife. It's more difficult now, and so that's hard for me. And there's some that say, when someone is dead, they are gone. That is not what our ancestors said.
It's not what I say either.
That's right. And I knew you weren't going to say that.
Because it's hard to say that. It's hard to say that when communication is possible, right? And when you communicate, right? And, I mean, I don't know. I never really forgot nobody. They always were somewhere in my mind, right? They always was there. And when I thought about them, I always can feel them and see them. Where did they ever go? Like, people say, oh man, you're not perfect. I say, well, you say I'm not, but I'm always perfect in my mind. Every time I make something in my mind, it's just perfect. It only fuck up when it come out into this reality. Right? In my mind, it's the most beautiful thing ever.
Right.
Right? So perfection exists, but only in the mind. Right?
In many ways, you're talking about the fundamental principle of feeding the ancestors. When you think about them, you are feeding them. When you erect an altar, you are feeding them. When you say their name, you are feeding them. When you pour libation, you are feeding them. And our African ancestors had a fundamental principle, which is that which you feed is that which lives. So we have to ask ourselves, if there's something that has not shown up in our lives, whether this is an ancestor or something that you truly desire or think that you need, why hasn't it actually come into your existence? It's because you probably are not feeding it. And then you know very well that there are people who are in relationships and they think that relationship was terrible and they end that relationship, probably wisely. They go to the next relationship and they see the same stuff, the third relationship and they see the same stuff. And I ask them, are you feeding it? That which you feed is that which lives. This is a fundamental principle. So when you say they're there because you've never forgotten them, you are describing something that sages over the course of millions of years have described.
Yeah, but I can't understand it. Like right now, you giving me more definition for experiences that I've had personally. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
I want you to stop saying you can't understand it. I want you to stop saying that the reading is hard. I'm going to tell you that as I sit here, I live on the other side of the country, but I'm committing that if there's anything I can do to help a brilliant young man that I'm sitting here, I don't know how old he is. I think he's a little bit younger than me.
Yes.
I will do it.
I wouldn't be sitting next to you is kind of like, okay, cool. Again, I have saw and have heard and have witnessed.
Right.
I witnessed you debate against two people, right? And I witnessed how you carry yourself and plus the information that you have, right? It was something totally different, right? So even right here, I said right now, like it's an honor, right, to even be on this camera with you, right? To sit here, right, because like I don't have the years of study that you have, right? Everything is happening now, and it's happening fast.
But
for me.
But you have to hear this and honor to sit with you, because you are someone, because you know that you cognitively understand things, experience things in a different manner than other people, and you've accepted it. You're not saying there's something wrong with you, which is what a lot of people would do. You are saying this is the way that I interpret it, and I think that it has importance because it is how it comes out of me. And the things that you've said, while you may not have read them, are things that are profound. And I could show you in the ancient text where people who had studied for 42 years are saying what you just said. That's not an easy place to get to by just interpreting and experiencing life. You are someone who is a seeker, and I think that you've been on an incredible journey. So I'm impressed to sit with you.
Make a lot of sense, but again, I'm honored. You know what I'm saying? It's even like now, right? Because like the things that you said, even about the aunt, right? Someone was here and they said, "Yo, they brought this to me," and they gave it to me like maybe 3 days ago, 4 days ago. And when they gave it to me, they said, "Yo, I want you to do something." I said, "What you need me to do?" "You need to call sa.neter, like your X-Files. You need to go get them down here, and the conscious community. You really need to." I said, "I tried before. They told me I don't got no source." I said, they told me I cannot come over there without no source. So it's kind of difficult. The thing with me is it's difficult for me because I have no source. I'm like, where you get this information from? I got information, but it's like, okay, where's it documented? But now, later, I'm going to be somebody's source.
Right.
So when they're going to say, where's your source? They're going to reflect and they're going to say, 6 or 7 unks my source. Right. And then it's good. Right. It just started now because like it's all brand new because it's all happening now. So that's what I'm saying. So everything that everybody else's idea that they had, like I love everybody else's idea, and every way people's idea have influenced mine because like the consciousness of the whole. But I just experienced it different. So my view is different, right? But it ended up being the same. And that's the part that let me know, okay, cool.
I'm on the right path.
We're on the right path.
Yeah.
Because it's not different. It's not stirring away, right? And that's why I'm saying, okay, cool. I hear you speak, and I know you're a priest. You study. You know what you speak. You ain't speaking what you believe. You speaking what you know, what you study. And it feels good to sit down and even have a conversation with you. Right.
These are things that I've been studying for a very long time, and I'm going to tell you that there are people who have studied for a long time and they don't get to your understanding.
Because I don't think it comes from study. I think if you study, one thing I hated about study, I study, and then I forget. Right now, I'm just aware, and then what I need come at that moment, right? So a lot of people say, "Oh man, you got information, you intelligent." I say, well, intelligent is kind of like holding information. I don't hold information. I kind of like get it right then and there. So it ain't.
I think that you are describing the dichotomy between how you process information on the left side of your brain versus the right side of your brain.
Exactly.
And so there is an important, I'm going to keep pressing you on using both sides. The analytical side is not bad. It's just the world is driven by the analytical side right now. And that's the reason why it has become soulless, decadent, and destructive to the majority of people.
The logical side.
Yeah.
That's the box to me. That's the prison.
That's the problem, right?
To me, that's the prison. That's the box.
If there's a synthesis between both sides, the side that is relational, the side that is emotional, the side that understands, not necessarily through reading, but through knowing and being, if there's a synthesis between these two things, this is where society can actually advance. I think that it's one of the things I enjoy most about ancient Kemet. It's a dual-sided society. I'm going to say this to you, and there are people in my shrine who are going to scold me. They're going to say, this is not something you share in public, but I feel obligated to share it. One of the things that my initiates do is they are asked to start This is what I'll tell you what my elder did for me. I told him that I wanted to be an aunt carrier after I was an initiate. I wanted to be a priest. He said, well, write me a letter telling me why you want to be a priest. Now, as much as I have practice, I'm also someone who has an analytical background. I'm an educator. I have degrees, right? So I write this letter. It's amazing. And I hand it to him and he looks at it and he says, you're right-handed. I said, yes. He said, okay, wonderful. Now write it with your left. Now, he didn't tell me that I was going to have to write it with my left, because if he had told me that, it would have been a paragraph, right? Because I know that I had barely used my left hand that way. He wanted me to begin to not just exist in the logical realm, but to also exist in the other realm that is of equal importance.
Yeah, it was purposely done, because like a lot of times if you want to clear brain fog or do something like that, I brush my teeth with the opposite hand, right? And a lot of times that opened up my mind using the opposite hand.
Shrine of initiates, he says that sometimes he brushes his, I'm not even going to say anything else.
Sometimes I brush my teeth with my opposite hand.
Some people in the audience are going to say, what did he say?
Yeah.
Because it's part of what our process is.
That's what I do.
So you're saying you just do it because you know that you should do it. Brother, I'm telling you.
It's a lot of stuff like right now, I had a problem with leaky gut, right? My stomach was messed up and I was like, damn. And some told me, yo, get some clothes and get these things. And I say, yo, order all these things, and I just put it in my tea and drank it and it got better. It's like information just come to me. It's like, okay, cool, but I can't tell you origins, I can't tell you what it's for. I can just tell you it was good for me.
Yeah.
That's why I be saying, like, a lot of times information be good for a person. Like, people will write stuff and then people will take it as though it's for them. But I think that every person's journey is for themselves.
But you know what the thing is, though? We are sitting here in a beautiful space that you have created in a city that most humans would not be able to survive in because of its heat, because of the lack of access to water, right? One of the reasons why we're able to do this is because different groups of people allow their knowledge to be transmitted and transmitted and transmitted. And we hope that we try to build on that accumulated corpus of wisdom.
Right.
That's what reading is. That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Has it been messed up and
I mean, reading same thing. Like if I go, like you said, you go up high on the mountain, and the higher you get up, and then the hotter the sun get, the more information you get. Because I believe the information itself is here, right? I do believe there's also in books, but I believe that sitting next to you, I have now read every book that you read because you're gonna speak it, and as you speak it, then I read it. I do read books, but I just don't read it the way that people read them. I surround myself around people that have read them and that know them, like you're priest, you know them, you know the book. Right. So once you tell me and I know it, then I read the book too. Right. Because I merged with you and got the information directly from you.
But here's the deal. When I read the book, I'm going to interpret it the way that I am able to interpret it. When you read the book, you may interpret it differently. And so even getting the benefit of your reading is important.
But I read it. It's just different kind of ways to read.
I hear, but I'm going to keep prodding you that you got to do both. You're going to do both. I will never forget, I had an opportunity to know an incredible activist at the end of his life. I'm talking about that man that was born Stokely Carmichael, who ended up changing his name to Kwame Ture, the person that coined the term Black Power. That was his term that we use, Black Power. That's Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture. This is what he did that was amazing.
Yes.
We had a small book club, and I happened to meet him when his book was on our agenda to read. And he said, what you are doing is of critical importance. I said, what do you mean? He said, we don't read together anymore. We acquire information so that we can use it to as a cudgel to beat other people over their heads. But we don't read together and come to an understanding as groups anymore. And so he wrote that on the flyer. That was the first time I had met him. And I had an opportunity to spend time with him.
Yo, let me say this right now. I forgot to say it at the beginning, but I'm glad I see my brother here. Shout out to my captain, to Zoriak, for putting this whole thing together for me. If it wasn't for my captain, I wouldn't have even went out there. Right? I wouldn't have went out there to Las Vegas, Nevada, or whatever, Las Vegas. So shout out to the captain for putting this and setting this whole thing up. My brother. All right? So I want to say that, man. Let that be known. Captain called me and said, sa.neter. I said, I didn't want to do it. Captain convinced me. Nah, brother. You should come on out here. Come on out here. All right? So I want to make sure I say that.
Other times after that. But I'm going to say that one of the things that we have to do, even when we're reading, is we need to read together. Why? Because your interpretation may not be the same as my interpretation. And it is beneficial for us to be able to do it as a group.
To be able to I guess,
to come to a common understanding. That doesn't mean it erases your understanding, but it may enrich it because you do it together. That's what I try to do in my classroom. You know, I teach history.
Right. So when you my things, do you read things like, it's like, let's say the Bible, for example, right? Mm-hmm. The Bible, it got translated. It got translated to English, but the translation fucks it up. It makes the message, it makes the word different. It makes things different, right? Because it's translated, because certain words wasn't there or didn't mean the same. So it's just different translation than reading it in its original form.
There are some issues with translation, but I would even argue the problem is even earlier than that. The problem is we think of the Bible as one book. The reality is it has been curated and edited. Right. We have versions of the Gospels that are different than the ones that are in the book. That means that someone decided we're going to change some things.
Right.
And there.
All right, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that part over right there. I'm going to have to do that part over. All right, I just wanted to give y'all a little something. Let me give you a part 3. Brother Jabari conjure up spirits of the ancestors and puts them on the heart of our brother 607 Unc, and Unc begins to cry out. Let's check this out.
I'll take you back to what Malcolm says, Malcolm X. He says, if a kitten is born in the oven, does that make it a biscuit? It is still a kitten. I'm an African, born in New York, still live in New York. And I believe that the people who we would call Africans today develop some of the most amazing, high-tech, people-driven societies in the world.
So I have to disagree with that. Everything you say, I don't, and I cannot believe that American blacks on this soil are African.
Why?
Because, all right, this is what I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this, and a lot of people probably won't understand this. I believe we was in Africa, right? But we was never from Africa. So, for instance, right? So, if you suggest that we come from Africa, then you suggest that how did we get all the way over here when Christopher Columbus came? Right? Because we was all the way over here when Christopher Columbus came. Are them the same group of people that was all the way over here? Because it most definitely wasn't the Indians, but the Indians was here because they gave Christopher Columbus a fucking spear and they asked him where did he get it from. He said he got it from the dark-skinned people that's over there.
That's what the native people here said.
That's what they told them.
They said that black people came before.
They came before.
Columbus is the one that writes it.
Right. Columbus wrote
He
this.
says they came with spears tipped with gold. Wani is the word they used.
And they knew this, right? So what I'm saying is that I suggest, and like a lot of people gonna say, oh man, you know, you crazy, but even right now, the oldest DNA of human is in the Americas.
Can I say something? You are giving sources.
I mean, it's in America.
He cited Columbus. That's a source.
Right.
You might need to figure out exactly where he said it. But
I don't know.
That's a source.
I don't know what the fuck he said.
You could figure that out.
Google
It's in, I will tell you right off the bat, it's in his journals describing his need to go on a second
the
voyage.
easier way to Jabari is ChatGPT. Ask the question.
ChatGPT has
It'll
issues.
pop up, but you can do research over it.
Yes.
Compare the research.
It has,
I just found out now. Listen, you see, whatever many years that he got of understanding and learning before he leaves, I'll have it.
you're not going to have all of it.
Right? I'm gonna have enough, and you
You
go
gonna have
around
a lot.
you
Yeah.
more.
He's like a sponge, brother.
The
He is a
more,
sponge. He is a sponge.
the more I be around him, the more.
Yes.
Then the more I know.
And guess what I'm going to keep doing?
Telling me to read.
Yes.
I know.
And I'm not, and listen, I'm going to say to you, I'm not saying it's to the exclusion of what you're doing. What you're doing is profound. I'm not even saying that's bad, this is good. That'd be crazy if I was saying that. I see the brother that's sitting in front of me and how he's gotten on this journey. I'm saying this is supplemental. That's what I'm saying.
I would like to hearing your ideas, and I guarantee you, me hearing your ideas is not programmed. It's not from what you read. These are your ideas.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of ideas that's coming. That's
Part of it is a synthesis. Because as you read, a synthesis, I put it together.
Oh, okay.
It's like a gumbo.
Okay.
So that, you read, you live, you practice. I'm a practitioner as well. So some of what you're hearing is things that I've read, and some of what you've heard are things that I've, in my life, proven.
It's a combination.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's a combination.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, okay, cool. I can hear it. And I don't know. It's like a lot of people probably watching this, they probably will never get a chance to get, in this presence of you and to actually feel the energy, right? But it's real and it's humble, but at the same time it's aggressive, right? But it's kind of hard to explain, right? Again, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Like sitting next to you is a lot of energy, and then you get a lot of information. Because sitting next to you right now, I'm getting a lot of thoughts that I never had previously, right? So I understand that you carry a lot of information because I'm able to. It's forming around me right now, right? I'm just keeping it real.
You have some incredible ideas that I think are important. And I wasn't aware of you that much before sa.neter mentioned you. So I looked at some of your stuff and I was like, this brother is a seeker. He is on a journey that will be amazing.
Once I read.
No, it's not just reading. It's not just reading. What you're doing is amazing. I'm not trying to discount what you're doing.
No, but I will because I know that
Yes.
it's like, it's not that, okay, cool, I don't want to read,
Right.
or I don't like to read, but to me it's like, okay, cool, what do you read? Because you read this book, it's going to tell you one thing, and you're going to read the book by the same author, it's going to tell you the opposite. So I just try to protect my mind. So I think going around you, I know who I'm talking to,
But
right?
you still have to read some things that disagree with you.
Of course. Again,
It's healthy.
Again, of course, I love things that disagree with
Yeah.
me because I'm not a problem. But I'm not
Right.
speaking about things that disagree with me. I'm speaking about things that want to try to, like, for instance, you take
you
for
on
instance,
another journey,
you got
another
Christianity. You got, we talk about that. You got so many different books, so many different belief structures,
Right.
and it cloud the mind.
It can.
Right, and I just don't want to have my mind clouded.
It can.
Because like even right now, I believe that it don't matter how intelligent or how where I am. If I go back to the environment where I came from, give it a few months, I'm gonna be back the same.
Right.
Because it's the frequency of the vibration of where I go. So I gotta protect myself,
But
even from
what the
people I
reality
love.
is, the person that you've developed into will read some things and say, this feeds my soul, this feeds my intellect. And you read some other things that say, this don't do nothing for me.
That's how I feel.
But that's normal. That's normal.
That's how I feel.
That's normal.
A lot of people
It's helpful to sometimes have an understanding of what you might start reading, and then you go into your own direction as to what your great interest
Yeah,
is.
if I could speak to, like you steady do, because like a lot of people Like, because I sit down with a pastor, he speak, I'm not gonna hear nothing but the Bible. Shut the fuck up. Because everything I hear, I'm hearing another man's idea.
That's right.
I'm never gonna hear your take. Right? Sitting next to you, I don't hear that. So books have not influenced your way of thinking.
They have.
It helped it.
But they're not exclusive, no.
But it haven't influenced it in a way to where it boxed it. Like one thing I say about information, like if you go to school right now, they're going to say, these the answers, they're going to give you A, B, C, or D, but the answer can be way more than A, B, C, or D. But
That's correct.
They only give you that choice.
That's correct. That's correct.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
So you know what they even say now? They know that that's the case, what you're saying. They'll say, what's the best answer? In other words, you might have a better answer, but you have A, B, C, and D. Which one is the best answer? And so, and even as a professor, I'm going to tell you, sometimes my students even challenge me on some of the answers. If someone gives me a really good reason.
See, right here, indigenous black man. Jabari was jealous. Captain Tazariak out here selling his soul on a big podcast, and Jabari wants in the money. Brother, you couldn't be further from the truth. Captain Tazariak don't sell his soul. He kick ass. He goes in there and he kick ass. And what it is that there's a lot of you suckers out there that's jealous and mad because you can't do what he do. You see what I'm saying? The niggas that sell a soul is niggas like Polite, Pharaoh, Steady, Nature Boy. Those are the niggas that sell a soul. Look where they at. Not the captain. The captain keep it a buck, 100 all the time. You may not like what he do, or may not like what he say, or may not like his information. But I'll tell you one thing, he's a loyal brother, and he keep it 100 all the time. When he's in front of white people, he let them know you the goddamn devil. You never seen him back down on his heels. So I don't know what the hell you talking about, indigenous black man. You can't do what Captain do, and a lot of you niggas are jealous. Straight like that. I'm a scratch SETI. I didn't mean to say SETI, but let me scratch SETI off of that list. I'm glad you put that there. You know, so you may not like the way Captain give it up. That's because he raw. Simple as that. And you just jealous because y'all can't do what that man do. He picks up the torch and run with it. And he goes out there to war, to bang, to go in. You never seen him cow down and accept a white man or African or whoever. So, you know, you just hater. You just a hater, brother. And you're mad and you're jealous. You're mad and you're jealous.
That the answer that I wasn't looking for is the answer, I will give them that point.
Right.
Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to foster their intellectual fervor. I want them to be able to read something and contend with it, fight with it, make sense of it, decide that some things don't make sense, and then come up with their own synthesis again of all of the information they have. That's in the classroom. In the shrine, we read a lot, but you'll hear me say that the people in my shrine are practitioners. We are people who have to work on something. Notice when I first sat down, the first thing I asked you about is your altar. Do you call this an altar?
A lot of people do when they come. What they say is an altar.
Did you realize you created an altar?
I don't know what I be creating. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know what I create.
This is an altar.
That's because that's the spirit of the end.
This is the practice. He's practicing, and there are people who've been on this journey thousands of years earlier.
I just said it's the spirit of the end.
That's right.
Speaking through him.
Precisely.
Look at me. When I got my name, sa.neter, I didn't know sa.neter was written in the metal netter.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I made this up. I'm watching a video and I see the teacher talking about Sa, and Sa representing the sun of what, protection? Yeah. And then I see an hour later, he started talking about netter. This was years ago. This is how I put my name together, because I'm watching this tape of this brother going in. Then he started talking about the netter system and God and nature and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, I didn't figure it out yet. Until the movie is over.
Something spoke to you.
And then I said, you know what?
That's me.
Netter.
Yep.
And I put it together. Nobody else got that name. A lot of people got Tahuti.
Yeah.
Pata,
Yep.
all of that. So I'm putting
Tahuti right here. Look, Tahuti right there.
Yeah, but look, I think I'm making my name up. And it's already in,
The Greeks
in
call them
stone,
taught.
Jabari.
Yeah.
It's in stone.
Now, you know what?
My name is
sa.neter. Sa.neter.
That's the
I saw an
ancestor.
ancestor with the name sa.neter.
Oh, yeah?
One day you're going to come with me to Kemet,
Okay.
and I'm going to show it to you. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. It was in a place I was not supposed to be taking pictures. I was taking pictures. And I got caught.
In Egypt?
Yeah, I got caught. Yeah.
What's the purpose of
We're
WAS?
supposed to interview him.
A was.
WAS.
Was is protection.
See, that's
Was
weird.
is protection.
See, that's weird. See, that's what I'm saying. And WAS, it ain't here, but
Yeah, it is.
I go ground.
It's right here.
Where is it? Is that
This
too?
the was right here.
Can I tell you something crazy? Can I say something crazy?
Yeah.
It's gonna sound crazy. So I go ground every day, and I'm grounded, and I noticed that wasps fly around me in a circle. Now, mind you, I first time they did it, I got scared. I ran. I didn't want to sting me. And the second time I said, I'm not finna move, because if I move, it's so close, it's gonna do something to me. But now they come and they'll fly around me. They be flying around me like this when I ground, but they never touch me.
Right. Now, you asked about wasps?
Yeah, wasps.
Or you asked about wasps?
Wasps.
Okay.
Wasps that fly and sting.
Now, I'm going to say to you, this is the wasp scepter.
Oh, wasps.
This is protection. By the way, you said you were grounding. Most people believe that this piece here is for grounding. That scepter there.
So I'm saying some shit I don't even know what I'm saying.
Because you're practicing. That's why I'm enjoying speaking with you.
Because I'm saying shit I don't even know what I'm fucking saying.
That's right.
How?
Because you're a practitioner. There's nothing, listen, there are many different ways to know. You can know what other people know, that's helpful, but you also should know what you practice.
But a lot of times I sit around people that don't know, and then I tell them shit.
You know what? It hit me now, but what I should have came in and said, brother, that's the spirit of the ancestors. Didn't they do the same thing to Prophet Muhammad? When he didn't know what was going on, he didn't know how to read, but what did Allah say? Ikra, Ikra, read. And you just start reading it. You may not know what the hell you're saying, and that's true, what my brother's saying right there. It just comes out. It's the spirit. I know Dr. Reggie don't like that. Reggie is not a spiritual brother. Reggie is not a spiritual brother, so he's more on the mundane level. Our dear brother Reggie is on the mundane level. He's not on the spiritual level, you see? And so, yeah, people will say, oh, that's pseudo. You know why? Because anything that's spiritual, you say pseudo. Whatever you don't understand or can't fathom it, you say it's pseudo. Nah, it's not pseudo. It's just that you haven't been hit with the spirit, brother. You got to get hit with the spirit. Apostle taught me that. Yo, you got to have the spirit, bro. Simple as that, man. Let's go.
And then they say, okay, you don't know. And then I say more, and then I guess I know, but I don't know how I know. And I just said something on there, don't even know how I know, thought I was saying something else. And that was the whole time I was saying exactly
You
what that was.
mentioned grounding.
But I'm saying exactly what that is while looking at it, while you showing me, but not knowing what. And that's what I be saying. Don't know.
Right.
What.
Right.
But I'm saying it. And then it's correct.
Now, when you have someone who has done those things together, they can actually reaffirm that you're on the right path.
Yeah, but
sometimes it's helpful.
But the wasp was telling me wasps and telling me ground, and telling me grounded. It was explaining me this. But it was telling me this by showing me the nature. So I don't think you understand.
Our African ancestors have always been interested in those stinging animals.
That's weird.
I'm going to show, where can I show
No, that's just weird as fuck.
Here we go. Wait, let me show it to you.
No, I'm fucked up right now.
I want you to, can I find it here? One of the names, when we talk about the kings of ancient Kemet, we often call them pharaohs. Pharaoh is a Greek rendition of that term. Where did it come from? When the Greeks got to Kemet, at the end of Kemet mostly, they used to pass a large temple, and it's the the great house. So they started saying the person that lives there is the pharaoh, the And so what I am saying to you is that we get to a point where we grab the information that people are giving to us and we pull the information that we practice. And you are having a moment right now where you are recognizing, and I hope that you understand this, the journey that you are on is one that will mean a lot for our people, not just for you. You're doing some important stuff. You're doing some important stuff. You are a practitioner. Mm-hmm. And I want you to take that word and use it. Don't just say, I do things because it works for me. Say, I'm a practitioner. I'm experiencing life and I am studying life. And as I study it, I get to the point where I think I understand something. And I want to share with you what I've learned on my journey. It doesn't mean that you have to say that you're in the front of the bus and everyone else is behind you. Right. Doesn't have to say that you have arrived and you understand everything and everyone else knows nothing. The reality is that we're all on a journey. Some of us are a little bit further ahead than others. But the other reality is that the people behind you on the journey can assist you on your journey. Yes. Right. As someone who has studied this for a really long time, the last few years have been tough for me. Now, the community knows this now. Mm-hmm. You know, I went through a divorce, not a divorce I wanted. I don't think either of us wanted it. Someone that I really, really, really loved. And I don't even know if I should use past tense. I'm lying in saying that. I still love her. But I recognize that the journey that I had to take from that point, this was hard, was one that diverged from her journey. You know how hard that is? That's so hard. The journey that I have to be on is one that I know that she can't be on with me.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of like, even now, like, for me to even interact with women or be in a house with women, but choose to be celibate, and I can't even tell you why. A lot of people say, okay, cool, you're harnessing your creative energy. I can't tell you why. Someone just told me, yo, don't have sex. And then I started studying and trying to figure out what is the purpose of sex. Like, why should I even have sex? So, like, I started going through that on my own in my mind, telling me, yo, don't do that. Like, in my mind, I said, then people telling me about how energy rays and all the stuff, the Kundalini energy and all. I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know until after I experienced. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, for me, it's always something telling me, yo.
Now, you know what I'm going to do based on what you're saying. I'm going to send you some books.
I mean, at this
not
point,
because
at this point, being around you and being with the energy, something telling me that it's time.
Yeah, I'm going to send you some books. And not because those books are going to tell you anything that you haven't already practiced. But part of what they're going to do is say, initiate, you're on the right journey.
I'm going to know why.
And they're going to fill in some of the information that you might, some of the questions you might have had along the journey. That's the other thing it does.
I got a lot of, I don't know why I do none of the shit I do.
The more you practice, the more questions you will have.
I don't know why.
Let me ask you, do you feel that you have been here before? And this is probably why you know so much?
All the time, right? But without the attachment, right? It's like, I don't feel attached to everything because I feel like I am everything, right? But yeah, I don't feel like I don't feel like I've experienced anything different than this. But I feel like I've experienced this
multiple times.
Yeah, because like even when I watch older movies, right? I don't just see them. I actually feel them like I'm in them. Like it's like the reality, like I've been there before. That's how I feel even when I watch older movies.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the movie. Right. So I just feel like it's continuous, and I feel like I've been continuing, and I'd be like, if I do what he said, and I guess get the information from the actual source, the books from people that have done it, it's just chaotic. I'm chaotic conscious. because consciousness is everywhere. It's chaotic, right? It's everywhere. There's no structure inside my consciousness, but at least it's not the way it was, right? So a lot of high vibrational thoughts play crazy up here, right? And I got to try to figure out where to place them. Yep. Versus in the way it was. Yep. So I'm okay with it this way.
Listen, when you're a practitioner, you know, we don't get the opportunity, unfortunately. There was a point where people who were practitioners got a chance to go into the temple. By the way, when they were in the temple, they didn't have sex either, right? They had children. So when they were not in the temple, they would have sex. But when they were on this particular mission, there was abstinence.
That's how I believe. Listen, don't almost how you never gonna have sex again.
That's right.
Some told me just for this moment right now.
That's right.
Whatever you do,
that's what I'm hearing you say.
It's not time.
And there are ancestors that did exactly the same thing.
Some just telling me right now. Like,
I want you to read some of their stories, and you may see yourself in their journey. And that will help you say, okay, some of the questions I have are good questions. And some of the questions I've had, they've asked, and this is their answer. By the way, their answer may not be yours, but still, it's still helpful, right? And it's a powerful thing. But, you know, one of the things that happens when you are on that journey is you begin to recognize that there's information that you are going to get that comes at you 360 degrees. That's the reason why it feels chaotic, right? Because you're a practitioner. We don't have the opportunity to go off into the temple and be removed from everyone, removed from those sensory things, we don't have that opportunity, unfortunately, because the societies that had those places for mastery, unfortunately, they were conquered and they don't exist currently.
Right.
But so it feels chaotic because you don't get to live that way. This is exactly, you have lotuses here, don't you? Let's see if I can find you a good lotus. Oh, here. I went camping with my nephew, who was a viewer, by the way.
Right.
My nephew and my sister when he was young. And we're in a canoe, and my nephew was so nervous and everything. He was nervous at the time. And there were bugs all around us. And we got to this place where the water smelled funky. He said it smelled like 100 toilets. This is a child saying this, right? It smelled bad, right? But off in the distance, I could see the most beautiful flowers I had ever seen.
Right.
So he's saying, Uncle, why are we continuing into the funkiness? Wow. I said, look at those flowers. He said, can't you take a picture? I remember him saying that. It was hilarious, right? He must have been 5. But we continued in the canoe, and I got to those lotuses, and I took my hand and plunged it into the muck and the mire, the funk, and pulled some of those lotuses out. And I learned that they were lotuses. Why is this important? The reason why they became symbols of spiritual attainment is because the lotus lives in the monkiest, funkiest place. And what does it do when the sun rises? It takes its flowers and it peeks them from the muck and opens into the most beautiful flower. And then when the sun goes down, guess what it does? It retracts the flower and goes back into the muck. Wow. In many ways, we have to be like the Seshen. We have to be like the lotus. Because we don't have the opportunity not to live in the muck and the mire. You said it feels chaotic. It is chaotic. It's everything, everywhere. People that you should probably not have in your environment, people you should have in your environment. People you need to fight, people you need to protect, people you need as allies, people you like. I don't know what this person's doing. All kinds of stuff everywhere. We must be the lotus.
I like that take.
That's the reason why the lotus is such an important symbol. And you'll see.
And you know what, real quick, Jabari? The Chinese even know that.
Yes.
You know they made a movie called The Fist of the White Lotus.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The lotus.
You saw that? It's called The Fist of the White Lotus.
Yes.
Bad.
The lotus is a symbol of spiritual attainment in many cultures. But the oldest place you will see it is in Kemet. You'll see the lotus on my ankh here. There's the lotus. Coming out of the muck here.
Yeah. Y'all already know, man. Hey, I got so much footage. I got the joint with where 607 Unc started going in on this system, man. Oh my God, went in. And then you already know the Whack 100 and the Jabari joint y'all gonna see. And then
Get ready for
Jabari,
your poll of the day.
and then Jabari took on this
I'm
Christian.
not quite sure how to help you with that.
He took on this Christian that was over there as well. So be tuned in. Be tuned in. And you know it's gonna be a lot of haters. It's gonna be a lot of heroes. It's gonna be a lot of haters. And guess what? Who cares? Let the haters come out. You only hate because you can't do what I do. Or what Tazariak do. You know? Anybody want to come in, man? Talk to me. For a little while. I'm only gonna be here for a minute, man. Just for a minute. Just for a little while. I hope y'all got y'all tickets. It's right around the corner. We right around the corner for this debate. Yeah, 607 Unc, he want to fly me out there all the time, man. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't, man. That flight, man, to me, that's the hard part because 7 hours, man. 7 goddamn hours. My knees was hurting. I got to keep them. I had to keep stretching my knee. I had to get an aisle seat so I could stretch my leg out. You know? It's crazy. Y'all could do that, man. My man Moses. What's going on, Moses, man? What's going on, Moses? Come on up in here and talk to me, man. Tell me what you're saying. We don't have to conjure up what is already in the atmosphere? All right, come on in here and break it down, Moses. What's your email, Sa? Let me give y'all my email. Let me put my email up in there. Yeah, that's my PayPal email too, so do what you gotta do. Do what you do. sa.neter at yahoo.com. sa.neter at yahoo.com. Go my email right there, up on the screen. Send some green dineros in that email. That's my PayPal email. My PayPal email. If I don't have no greenbacks in the email, I'm not interested in reading the email, man. Got the ring like ding. Let me know. Let me know. We got some greenbacks up in there. What's going on, Omar Muhammad?
Yo, what up, Sa? Salam.
What's that? Salam.
I said shalom.
Yeah, what is that?
Does this mean like hello? What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Why you ain't just say hello, brother? We English speaking people.
You know what I mean. Nah,
I know what's happening.
nah, everything going smooth, man. I just had a quick question about the debate. So remember when yeah, I just had a quick question. So remember last week when you had invited me back on, I went to that link and I purchased the ticket. So how I never got an email like confirming it or nothing like that. So I was just trying to figure out, that way I can, nip it real quick to figure out.
Hold up. You bought a ticket, right? Online.
Yeah.
And you don't get no email.
I got something from that PayPal thing. Just I don't know. It asked me something about logging in, but that's
it, man. You got it, man. That's the link. You got something from Zoom link. That's the link. That's the link, brother.
Yeah, scroll down to the bottom.
Yeah, see,
Scroll down to the bottom and select it.
did you get your joint, Apostle?
No, not yet.
You ain't get your link either, brother?
No.
I bet you did. You the one that ain't strolling down.
No, I didn't get anything. I haven't got anything to click onto.
See, that's what I'm saying. The email was just kind of weird. So
I haven't even got an email. Let me check it again. Let me go on my
Yeah,
email.
you're gonna have to stroll down because that's why we don't like to send it until like.
Well, see, that's what I thought you was going to do. I thought you was waiting.
No,
that's what I thought too.
Even when I click on this thing up here and put your name in to see what I got from you.
Type in the search bar StreamYard. See what pops up.
StreamYard, Yahoo, sa.neter.
Dr. Reggie, what's happening, man?
Let me see.
Unmute yourself, Reg.
Now this is just letting me know that it's been restored. That has nothing to do with the thing. So
Hey, Nepal, did you send out the links to the Zoom yet?
Yes, sir. I
The
sent
bait
it out
ticket.
to everyone.
Yeah, Apostle saying he ain't got it. I'm telling him he got it. And it's just,
I see debate ticket, but there's nothing on it.
What do you
I don't
mean?
think I got one either.
It
you
says
pay for
debate.
it, Omar. If you pay for it, it'll automatically come to you.
Thanks once again, brother. Appreciate. Good looking out.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna check it
There's
right
nothing
quick.
to click onto.
I'll come back in a second. Let me double check it. I'm gonna go out right quick. I'll come back in a sec.
There's nothing. Subject.
Hey,
Fire.
Jose, what's up, bro?
What's up?
You backed out of the debate, brother. I don't get you, man.
I got another debate coming up, you know.
Yeah, but that one right there was an easy one for you,
No,
man.
listen to me.
Jose
Listen
backed
to
out
me.
of that debate.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Hold on. Listen to me,
Oh
sir.
man.
Sir, I'm doing a debate on the 12th with JJ for the champion for the World Viewers Debate League belt.
Well, you do both.
Say it again.
No, hold on, Apostle. What's the topic for you and JJ?
The topic for this one was they retain a sacrifice in ancient Kemet.
And what is he saying?
He's saying yes, I'm saying no. I started on my presentation.
You're gonna lose.
This is a championship debate, so I can't back out of this one.
You're gonna lose.
Say it again?
You're gonna lose.
Why you say that?
Because there was sacrifices in Kemet.
Retain a sacrifice.
Retain a sacrifice. Reggie, do you hear this?
Retain a sacrifice means that they killed people in order to be within the suit. There's no primary text that says that.
Well, they killed people with the pharaohs.
Hey, Reggie.
There's no primary text that says that.
Hold on, Reggie. You agree with him?
I have always disagreed with that. There is retainer sacrifice, and I know the archaeology in the text. So there have always been retainer sacrifice.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. Tell him.
Even with the women, even when the king dies, oftentimes the tomb is sealed with the wife and the king. It's not reopened. Wow. So the fact of the matter is that wives often go with their husbands, and that's the form of retainer sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Reggie, you got feedback on your joint.
No, I don't.
Oh, that probably was Jose.
No.
I'll say this.
A lot of the times the tombs are sealed with sometimes the family, the whole family. The tomb is not open. It's not an open tomb. So that's especially when it's a king. So if wives go with their husbands, that's a form of retainer sacrifice. In the Old Kingdom, there was not in the Old Kingdom, but in the pre-dynastic, there was definitely retainer sacrifice, and then they changed it to Shaptis, where it was less of that. But the fact of the matter is that people did give up their lives to go with the king in the afterlife. You can,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. Yeah, we all know that JJ is a nut. We know he's a nut, but I'm not gonna take away his debating. If only he can get himself right and don't be so hyped, JJ gonna beat you, Jose.
Nah, he's not gonna win this debate because he
JJ's a
doesn't
good
have the skills.
researcher. I'm
Nah,
telling
he
you,
doesn't have
he
the
do
skills to put it
research.
together properly. If it
JJ
was somebody
do
else, I might
research.
agree.
Now I ain't gonna front on him.
He's a great debater, but he's not gonna win this debate. I've seen how he tries to break these things down. He's not gonna win. He can't win this debate. I don't
If
see him winning
only he
this
can
debate.
learn how to behave. You know what I'm saying, Reggie? If only if he can learn how to behave and just be right, and he can do some work.
No, he is a great debater, but he's not gonna win this particular debate. I
well,
don't
a
see him winning this
debates are sometimes debates are rhetoric, but the fact of the matter is also the archaeology and what you in fact can show. So there is archaeology that shows uh, categories of people, warriors, household people going with the king in the old period. Now, we're except for the women and the families going with the king by choice. The issue is that in Kemet itself, what they call Kemet itself, it's less of that. So it's going to be interesting, but I do think the evidence is on JJ's side. The evidence is on JJ's side. So if he deals with the tombs, constructions, and when they were closed, and if it was the king and his wife, then you have then someone has a problem with that. If you could prove that the tomb was open with the treasures, right? And oftentimes they sealed it to protect the offerings, which was the what we call the treasures. Then there is a big problem. So we will have to watch the debate and see what new evidence there is. But that's my point.
All right, Jose. When I say this to you and you listen,
Yes, sir.
you better talk to JJ. See if you could change the topic. Do it now
Nah.
before it gets too late.
Nah, son.
Hold on. Listen.
This is
Hold on.
the big one I'm going for. If I lose,
No, hold
I can
on,
deal with losing.
hold on, brother. Listen for a minute. Just listen for a minute. Listen, everybody, listen. Was there ever retained sacred sacrifice in ancient Kemet, Egypt? Was there ever retained a sacrifice in Egypt, in ancient Kemet?
I'm saying the evidence don't pan out because the academic paper that I read,
Let's start my.
they're using a lot. It's very sketchy as to whether it is. They're not definitively saying that it is. They're saying they think it is based on archaeology, and they showed one primary text of this sketchy scene where they say they think it's retained a sacrifice. And that's the paper that he tried to read to say that proves retained a sacrifice. But that paper didn't show any primary evidence of retained a sacrifice beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's possible and probable they're using archaeology to try to say that they think it was retained a sacrifice. So that if that's what he's using, he's not going to cut it. He has to look a little deeper to see what he can find. And I haven't found anything in my research to say that is a definite thing. That yes, that happened. No. And I'm sticking with it. If I lose that, then it's cool if I lose. But I'm sticking to my evidence does not show that there was any retained sacrifice. And I don't think that he can come with a better argument.
Was there ever retained a sacrifice in ancient Egypt, in Kemet? Damn, man, why is my joint ain't talking now? The hell? Testing 1 2 1 2.
Zoom webinar. Invite you to Professor Reggie and Jabari. Okay.
Oh man. Hey Reggie, man.
Yes, sir.
You ready? You already got your stuff locked and loaded and ready?
Yeah, the only thing I have to do is go to your house and make sure that the my
Projector.
computer projector syncs up. And I guess uh, when I want to show videos, I would have to put the mic down and let the video play.
All right. I'm
But
good, y'all.
I'm ready. Um, uh, even Apostle will tell you, me and Apostle, we got a truce. We got a truce. The issue is Apostle believes in a living God. He believes in a living God and his son. He believes in well, at least the living God and his son.
Hey, hold on. Reggie, how was you able to win Apostle over, bro?
Because Apostle has a living God.
How
And
much you gave him, Reggie? How much you gave him?
Apostle is not taking nothing from me, but he has a living God. In a lot of Christians, a lot of Hebrews, Israelites, they have a living God.
Something going on
Guy,
here. Reggie got the whole YouTube going with him, man.
No, I don't. No, I don't. But this guy I'm debating, he doesn't believe in a living God. He believes in forces and energies. Like you ain't sa.neter no more. You is not son. You are not son of the God. Even Karakuni called you son of a God. When you said, I said sa.neter. I said, Dr. Karakuni, this is sa.neter. She said, son of a God. You're not son of a God. You son of forces and energy. You are a metaphor, yo. Use a allegory, sa.neter. Use a metaphor and allegory.
You know why you say that?
Yes, sir. Why?
Because I'm able to adapt to all information and all knowledge. That's why I'm able to adapt. You can't. You just a one-way Reggie. If it ain't your way, everything else is pseudo. You don't know how to get into the spiritual realm and have a build with the spirituals.
Testing 1.
You don't know how to get into, the metaphysical world and have a conversation with the metaphysics.
That's not.
You don't know how to get into the world of a Moses 777 and get into the underground.
Because you're the king of consciousness.
You don't know how to do that. You got to know how to be able to tap into all energies, Reggie. All spirits.
I don't play.
Because that's not play. You know what it is? It's called seeking knowledge from the cradle to the grave, baby.
That's money
From
talk.
the cradle to the grave. It's not money. See, that's where you're wrong at. It's not money talk. It's information talk. You got to get all knowledge, brother.
Okay, but
Brother Lodge,
I'm the one who goes to the library. I'm the one who
all right,
talks
good.
to the great elders.
People don't need to go to the library. You know what?
I've done this longer than most. And so my teacher, Dr. Ben, if you asked him the same question, right, he would give you this, he would give you a similar answer or a better answer than I gave.
Why you keep on saying Dr. Ben? Like Dr. Ben is
because Jabari talks to his elder.
It's like
Jabari talks to his elder.
Golden with you. Like, come on, he's a human. He was a human being. He's a man.
Right. But Jabari talks to his elder. Why can't I remember what my elder taught me? Why can't I remember what my elder taught me?
Nobody said you can't remember that. Nobody said that. But what I'm saying is, have you ever disagreed with any information of your elder?
Yes, of course.
Okay, you better have said that, bro.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Yeah, big.
Yeah. Was in the famines was we come from the mountains of the moon where the God happy dwell. Was it in Hunefer? No, I disagreed. But I did research, and then I went back to my elder and said it would be better if you said the famine stella. And I asked him about that. Yeah, I've disagreed many times. So, but my whole problem with this is that if you don't disagree with your elder and you don't confront them, then that becomes a problem.
Okay.
But you say I don't deal with the spiritual world.
You don't deal with the metaphysics. You don't deal with
metaphysics is that's why somebody gets a master's degree in metaphysics, divinity, and teaches that and calls it chemet. No, I don't do that. I deal.
You know what you got to do, Reggie?
What, sir?
You got to make it like gumbo soup. You take the metaphysics, you take the Hebrew, you take the Christianity, mix that joint up in the pot.
I wouldn't be Brother Reggie.
Eat the meat and spit out the bones, brother.
You
won't be Brother Reggie. You'll be enlightened. You'll be powerful. You know why? Because when the Christians come along and say something, you could quote it like this. Bow, go right in.
The Christians right now.
I'm helping
the Christians right now and the Hebrews. I'm gonna say in that debate that the sa.neter they never lost a debate with the sa.neter. Napar never lost a debate with him. Apostle didn't never lose a debate. Yara didn't lose. Captain never lost. Pastor Bennett never lost. None of them lost a debate with the sa.neter.
Why you say that?
I'll tell you in the debate.
Wow, damn.
They never lost because one thing is I will tell you, they all believe in a living God.
You starting to learn how to play chess, Reggie. I see that, brother. Wow. That's how you got apostle. You started telling a living that he wanted to hear. You started telling apostle stuff that he wanted to hear. Look at his face. Look at him.
Because apostle.
Hold on. You started telling apostle, yo, you won that debate, brother. You beat Jabari, brother. You the best. And look at him. Look at him. He really believe in that, man. And now, Paul, oh yeah, thank you, Reggie. You know what, Reggie? I'm going with you, Reggie.
Never happened, man. Never happened.
With you.
Never happened. Ask Rakufu what he said. What brought me to this conclusion? Because you need to thank Rakufu for that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, buddy.
My man Harwin running for dear life. He on life support.
Yeah, but he can read.
Harwin, my man Harwin. Harwin is a smart, intelligent brother. I don't know why he's scared to get in the ring. He talked all that stuff, man.
Yeah, but you know what? After this debate, after the bones is shining in the sand, the Hebrews, the Christians, the Israelites is going to tear your Mayweather up.
No, they're not. Right? No, they're not.
Tear him up.
I bet you won't put money on him.
I'm putting money because I'm investing my time in this debate.
I said you won't put money on them.
Oh, I would put money on Napar. I'll put money on Apostle. I'll put money on Yara.
See, there you go. You playing chess again, Reggie. You know, you learning, Reg. You learning, Reg.
I put my money on them because Jabari. I mean, my opponent. I don't call him that no more. My opponent. He does not believe in a living God. He believes in the wind, the air, the sun rays. He don't believe in a living God. He believes in principles.
He believes in a living God, Reggie.
How could he?
He does.
How could he? You keep saying he does. He tells you that they are allegories.
He believes in both. He believes in both of them.
Well,
but he believes in the living God. Why do you think he prayed, Reggie?
I don't know what he prayed to.
Is a living God, brother. See, you already put him down, and you don't know nothing about him. That's crazy.
Is a living God a netter? Is a living God a netter? Because he said that's allegory and divine myth.
You got to ask him that, brother.
Well, we're gonna find out on the debate.
You don't think when he look in the mirror, he see God? You don't think so, Reggie? You don't think that he knows he's God as well, Reggie? See?
We're gonna find out. I'm not in his mind. I listen to his
well, brother, you're the one that's quoting him like you know him, brother.
No,
You
I listen to
doing
what he
that.
says. I don't know him.
He have never said he don't believe that God is he ain't never say that.
That's the problem with the psychobabble. You never know what a person. But why is he attacking Kemet? Why now is he attacking Kemet? Leave it alone.
Who's
Why is he
attacking?
attacking the Netters?
Who?
The him Netetepi.
Who told you he was attacking the Netters?
He's saying that they're not actual.
That's not attacking them, brother.
That's attacking them.
No, it's not. It's
telling
bringing
Christians,
forth
Hebrews,
information.
Muslims that the Netters were not actual.
That's his belief system, brother. That's not attacking him. That's what he believes.
Okay, well, but his belief, he should keep it to himself.
No, he's not. If that's the case, then it'll never be no debates if everybody keep it to themselves.
Well, that's why we're going to debate.
Malcolm X didn't keep it to himself.
No,
Dr. Ben definitely didn't keep it to himself.
What I do
Dr.
is
Ben
I
was
make
saying Christians a new butthole.
You see, you're trying to do captain. You know what they say, save a hole. That's what you're trying to do.
No, sir.
That you know the term Captain Save a Hole?
Why, when it comes to Jabari, you want to tie his hands and feet together?
Because he attacked. Because he attacked. He's been attacking everybody, and now we know.
Hold up! Now, stop, Reggie. Stop, Reggie. Jabari have been attacking the BS information, just like Tazariak, just like Unc, just like Garfield, just like everybody else on these goddamn YouTube streets. They all be going at everybody, each other.
You want to let Sunshine up?
Of course.
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna let Apostle.
Nah, don't mute my mic, brother. Don't mute my mic. Let's go. Come on.
No, because you're doing Captain. You're doing Captain Save a Hole, yo.
No, I'm not. I'm just. See what you're doing is you're throwing out a lot of stuff, brother.
I'm throwing out the reality. He don't believe. He believe in forces and energies.
And so do you.
He says no. He says so
you don't believe in energies, brother?
We're gonna find out in the debate.
Do you believe in energies, brother?
Do you know?
Do you believe that energy is real, Reggie?
Do you know what energy is?
I'm asking you the question. Do you believe that energy is real?
Energy is
yes or no, Dr. Reggie?
Energy is real, but it is not a creative force. It's the
exactly. And I'm quite sure Jabari know that it's not a creative force.
Well, no, he says we are talking about the way that forces and energies work in the universe, and we have given them a name.
They have given it names. Men give things names, brother. Like when it's cold outside this winter, guess who gave it the name cold, Reggie? Guess who came up with the word cold? It's cold outside. And we remember when the summertime come, guess who gave it a name? Man. Hold on, Reggie. I'm getting you with realism here, brother. Guess who gave it a name? Man gave everything in life names, brother. Everything.
Energy.
That's philosophy.
Thank you, brother Contan.
Well, fine. Is energy? What is energy, sa.neter? I'll get you off real quick. What's energy?
You're looking at him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you should take a physics class, a basic.
You're looking at him.
Take a mathematics class. What's energy, sa.neter?
I'm gonna do it again. You're looking at him.
Energy. Son of energy.
I'm giving you energy right now.
No,
That's
you're giving me energy, but
I'm giving you some of my energy right now.
Hey, family.
I'm giving you some of my energy right now.
All of this psycho babble, metaphysical babble that he spoke to Unc 607, making him a practitioner. All that is psycho babble. It's metaphysical babble.
I ain't never seen somebody bring Unc to tears like that, man. Had that man up there crying, man.
Right, that's energy.
I was like, wow, man.
Thank you, Suntan. That was the spirit of the ancestors coming out, brother.
Had that man up there crying.
Unc is a student of information. 607 Unc is a student of information, brother. He
And that's
absorbs the energy.
that's
He
some-
absorbs the
that's
knowledge.
some-
He
that's some
absorbs
daddy grace.
information.
That's
He
some
got a
daddy
nice
grace.
home. I know that.
Oh no, he got a beautiful house.
Yes,
Beautiful,
sir.
big.
Yeah. But you know how to speak when you in somebody's house, and they got money. You know how to speak to them because they got money, right? That's money. All that was money talk.
No, it wasn't, brother.
607 Unc.
Damn,
So,
brother.
you know how I know?
You might be telling
Nothing.
on yourself, brother. You might be projecting, brother Reggie.
I might be what?
Projecting. I don't know. Because ain't nobody brought up no money, man. You bringing up money, brother.
No, when you are in the presence of money, right? You don't, if some people find it a way not to disagree. When he said he don't read books,
Mhm.
you're supposed to say, no, you got to read books.
He did. No, you can't come out like that to that brother. Jabari did the right thing, and he was feeding him slow information. You see in the end, right? What did Jabari say? I'm going to bring you some books, brother. And then he said, you know what? Maybe it's time. See, Reggie, you're not looking. You're just too
I
busy.
listened to the whole thing.
You're too busy trying to cut through that fat back. That fat back. That's hate. That fat back is so thick in the air, brother Reggie. You could cut through it with a knife, brother.
What are you talking about, yo?
The hate.
Debate coming up.
The hate, man, is so thick in the air when it comes to Jabari, bro.
I disagree with him. That's why we're having a debate. Why I got to be about hate?
Come on, brother. Everybody knows hate. You even said it. I hate Jabari. We heard you say it.
No. I don't even.
I love both of y'all, man. That's why if Jabari was up in here doing this to you, Reggie, I'd be doing the same thing to Jabari. Come on, Jabari. What are you talking about?
Well,
Don't do that.
you may, sa.neter. You may.
I will.
Don't poison the audience and say that if that's something.
Now the audience is just dumb, huh?
No, don't
They don't
poison.
have a mind of their own.
Okay, don't poison the audience. My whole point of it is I'm disagreeing. I'm a skeptic. I'm a critiquer of what he said. It don't make
All I'm gonna say to you, Reggie,
yes, sir.
is, man, you better come out swinging, bro. Because if Jabari get a one up on you, I'm hoping it'd be a goddamn draw. That's what I want to see. I want to see a draw between both of y'all.
It's not going to be a draw.
I know somebody gonna win, but
Somebody gonna win. Somebody gonna lose.
You better come out swinging blows because you first.
Yeah. Well, it's
And I'm gonna tell you. Hold up. I'm gonna tell you when you first come out with your first opening, and if Jabari not responding to it, then it's just water off of a duck's back. You ain't say nothing.
No.
You better make Jabari respond to your first goddamn your first round where he's responding and can't get to his because you were so heavy, he got to touch that. He got to go in on that. That's when you know you doing your thing. But if he just like ain't even paying that no mind what you said.
Oh, he's gonna pay. Watch this.
Okay.
He's gonna pay some mind because he's the high priest of his shrine, but there are higher priests, right, that don't agree with him. So once that happens, the argument is not with Reggie. Reggie's pointing out the fact that they don't agree with you. So then if they don't agree with him, then he's a high priest of his shrine, but he's a wild priest, somebody that dusts off he don't know enough. Because if I can find somebody who's very respectful, who says they don't agree, not with Jabari, with my opponent, but what he is saying, then it's not about Reggie anymore. You see. Now, Baba Heru Samaj Sepata, the ancestor, I knew him longer than sa.neter Tepi. I didn't study under him because I didn't agree with him, right? And my teachers did not agree with him. When Dr. Ben says speaking meta-nature is gibberish? Who do you think he's talking about?
When
Who do you
who?
think he's talking about?
When who say what?
When Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon says speaking transliterations is gibberish, who do you think he's talking about?
He's talking about you, all of y'all.
Nah, we don't speak it. We tell you it's transliterations. We don't try to make those conventions holy.
Who was Barbara
Yeah, Dr.
What was that stuff he was doing, man?
What he was doing was the same goddamn thing the preachers do, the reverends do.
I ain't never heard no reverend go.
Hold on. He do it. Yeah, but so what? It's the same thing that y'all Holy Ghost do when y'all speak in tongues and all that old nonsense. You can't knock somebody else when y'all doing crazy stuff, Apostle. Stop it. Have you ever spoken tongues, Apostle?
Yes, I have.
Let me hear you do it right now.
I can't.
Okay. How it go? Give me a sample of how it go.
If I did that, then it would be
All right,
evidence that that's me doing it.
My point is, stop trying to knock somebody else way.
Nah, it just threw me off guard, man. It threw me off guard when
you know why?
when I heard that the other day.
Because you don't know nothing about the Kemetic information.
Well, that's what I was asking. I'm not being cute. I mean, I asked.
Yeah, well,
Question, what is up with that?
Is their spiritual movement? Is their prayer? Is the way they talk? That's all. Is their connection to the spirit of the ancestors, man?
Man, that's one camp, yo. That's
all
one
it
camp.
is. That's
You know
all it
how
is.
you know the One West has different camps. You know how they say they got 12 tribes.
Right.
That's just one camp, yo. That ain't the
And
whole.
Reggie, you used to be Kemet all the way. I don't know what happened to you, brother. You used to be Kemet, man. When I first came across with you, man, you used to be teaching hard on
I don't know about Reggie, man.
And I'm going to tell you what happened to you.
Reggie's
When you fell under Garfield and Unk in the Army Raw Squad wing, brother.
That's what I was about to ask. Where's Garfield, man? What happened to Garfield?
He never lost a debate with Garfield neither. He didn't lose.
Garfield
he
would
didn't
never
He
debate.
didn't win the debate with Richard Carrier. I'm gonna tell you why on a debate. He didn't never win. Y'all believe D1? I'm exposed because
What you shouldn't
you know
do.
how it all happened.
I'm gonna tell you what you're getting ready to do on the debate, because see, you just exposed your hand. That's not the topic of the debate, brother. It's telling everybody who Jabari beat and who he didn't.
No, you got me wrong. I'm talking to you right now. What I am saying, you're gonna realize from what I'm saying, he on the Neteru that he never won a debate. And I'm not trying to give it away. Why should I give it away? I'm talking in parables.
I tell you what. Would you like to put some money on it?
What for a sa.neter?
That he did win a lot of debates.
After this debate, I'll tell you why. During this debate.
Okay.
No, see, okay, so winning a debate is sometimes rhetoric and tactics and strategies, right? It's not the truth. It's not the truth.
That's true. I agree with you.
Okay, so let me correct myself. He might have seemed to win the debate, but the question is, was he lying then, as Morpheus say, or he's trying to lie to us now? I'm not going to let him. So Zen, that's one thing. So I'm not going to let him lie to us now.
All right. Now I see where you're going. See, you talk too much, brother. You ever heard the record? You talk too much. You never shut up.
Boy, you never shut up.
Much. Listen, my brother. Sometimes, Reggie, words can have more than one meaning. Most of the time, words have more than one meaning. When you look at the Bible, my brother, my dear brother.
Bomb, you're doing too much.
Hold on.
I let you rock.
Brother, hold on. When you read the Bible could say one thing in good favor of something, and then in the next scripture, it could say the same thing that is talking about bad. In another scripture, it contradicts itself all the time. all the time, brother. And so what you're about to do is embark on something that you have no understanding of, brother Reggie. It might mean something different to you, but Jabari, I'm gonna help you out right here. Be careful, Reggie. See, you my brother. I'm getting ready to tell you something that's going to help you out. No, listen.
How are you helping me?
Listen, and then, listen, and then you'll see where I'm helping you at. Be careful, brother Reggie, because the sources you pull out, you know how Jabari do. He kills his opponent with their own source. So you might be reading something in the source, but Jabari will make you contradict your own source, brother.
Well,
He
watch
does it all the time. Be careful. That's what I mean by be careful, Reggie.
Okay, watch it. No, thank you so
If
much.
if he do that to you, oh my God.
Okay, well, if I put up sa.neter, which I don't have a lot of time to, but if I did, he don't know how to read it. So he can't use what I said against him because he don't know the language like that. So you tell him to be very careful and pull up a text and pull it up in the sa.neter. You tell him, don't tell me, because we're talking about Nile Valley culture, ancient Egypt, Kemet, as they call it, right? Ancient Egypt, as they call it, but Kemet and Tawi civilization. We're talking about what those ancestors said, not no metaphysical hocus pocus. He could pull up any Western European. Pull up J.P. Allen like he did. Pull that up. That's fine. I could pull up somebody else that will say something different and find out that J.P. Allen didn't even mean what he said. So listen, people, I'm gonna sign off right now. Thanks for the juicy stuff that you showed. Please put up more juicy stuff, boy. That was juicy. Huh? I mean, we'll get to I don't know the neter rule Ahotep, the neter Ahotep that was talking to him. I guess she was talking to him in allegory and what do you call it, metaphors. When they say that he spoke to the mummy, but he spoke to the ancestor, and only spoke to him. Yeah. So I want to know if she was literal or if she was a metaphor or that was allegory. Because if it is, then all he's been doing is selling us is metaphors and mythology. So I would say to the Christians, the Hebrews, I would say to the Muslims, the Israelites, right? I will say to you, all of you, I'm going to unveil his card. And I'm going to show you. Now, listen, I can still disagree with you. I'm still going to disagree with you on many points. But this literal nonsense, he should have never brought that up. Literal? He should have never brought that up. He's a Kemetic priest. How can a Kemetic priest say something is not literal? That means he don't believe the words that is written on, the papyrus that is written on, the walls that is written on, the coffins that is written on. It's not literal. So they was playing games, right? For 3,000 years. I'm muting my mic.
So let me ask you a question.
I know you're going to do good, Reggie, in the debate. I already know it. I see the confidence in you. That's all I care about, man.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, go ahead, brother.
You know the difference between a real threat and a non.
Yes, I will hope so.
Right. So if I told you, and I meant it, that the next time I see you, I'm going to literally punch you in your face.
Yes, I take that serious.
You're taking me as my word, right?
Damn right.
That's right. And you should, right? Because literal means exactly what it says.
Right. That's it?
That's it. That's the point. If I say I believe in a literal God, I worship and I pray to every day.
What's your point, man?
My point is the word literal does not mean maybe. It doesn't mean could be. It doesn't even mean should be. It is exact. When I realized what we were saying, I believe that God is literal, that God is a real being.
I agree with you.
Okay? Therefore, he's real.
I agree with you.
So that's the debate. That which is real, Christ.
You don't know what I'm saying. You don't even
Christ,
know what
well, I'm just saying, Christ was real. He lived. He died.
I disagree with
and
you.
he rose.
Now I'm
and
saying
he
I
now
disagree with you.
sits on the right hand
Now I'm
side
saying I
of the Father.
disagree with you. Now I'm saying I disagree with you.
I know you are. Yeah.
Hot, then it's like hot piece and butter. I'll tear your ass up with that belt, Apostle. You was getting warm. You was getting hot. And then you just cooled off when you brought up Christ and all this old nonsense about being literal. You can't prove the goddamn Christ was real. You can't prove Christ was literal. You can't prove Christ existed. You can only believe, brother. That's
I
all
don't
you
have to
can do.
prove it. That's right.
You can only believe.
But to me, and that's what we're saying, did it means that to them. So to the early commissions, did they believe Asar was real?
Just because they believe it don't mean it was real, Apostle.
But that's not the argument. The argument is that whether they were real or not, the argument is, did they believe they were real? That's what the argument is.
Just like you believe that Yahweh is real, right?
Right.
Does it mean it's real?
So therefore,
do it mean it's real because you believe it's real?
Yes.
No, it don't.
To me, he's real.
Because you wouldn't say, I believe he's real. See? Once you use the word believe, it takes all the facts out that you know he's real. Because you a believer. See, you done stabbed yourself, brother. You wouldn't. People that know something is real, they won't say, I believe. Because believing and knowing are two different things, brother. You don't know that Jesus existed. You can't prove that he existed. You can't do none of that. You can only believe.
And you can only believe that he wasn't.
No, I know he wasn't.
Yeah. No, you can't. No, you don't know.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't know. You don't know nothing on the other side of this life.
No,
you
I
don't know nothing before you was born. You don't know nothing after you was born. But that don't mean it ain't nothing over there. You believe it ain't nothing after your life. You believe that. But you don't know that. And you don't know if there was a God.
What you got, Santan? Unmute yourself, Santan.
Here's the thing, man. What Apostle is saying, and both of y'all are right. See, Apostle, you believe, and that's literal to you, but it may not be literal to the next. Your literal belief is not accounted for every man. So that what makes that debate awkward like that. Because when you say forces and you say they literal and they got falcon heads, the literal belief that they are energies and they have falcon heads, you can believe that, but they not human. So that's a big.
They don't have to be human.
They're not. You don't.
They don't have to be.
See, that's what I'm saying. So that's where you fall into your belief process, and it's only
everybody falls into that same belief thing.
But that's what I'm saying, brother.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. So we cannot say he said literal, but not actual. So it's literal because they believe that. That makes it literal, and it's the fact that they do their presentations and they do everything that makes it literal because they praise to these things, but it don't make it actual.
You know, there's a man, he died. His name was David. I can't think of David's last name, but he's good friends with Corey, who believes in the 20 and back. He believed that though the bird in Kemet, the all-knowing thought foe,
He believes.
is real. It's a real being.
But that's
Half
his belief.
bird head and half human body.
Hey, Pastor, let me stop you real quick. So, me and you, logical people, right?
Yeah.
In 2026, we logical people.
No.
Me and you and sa.neter, we all logical.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's make. We gotta do the realest side.
Apostle's not logical, brother. Don't do it.
Listen,
I said,
we gotta do
I
the realest.
said,
Yeah.
Corey good.
Hey, sa.neter, why don't you hear me out?
Yeah.
I say, Corey, you know who else believes it?
Hold on,
Billy
Apostle.
Carson. You know, he believes
Hold on,
in Inky.
Apostle, hold
He
on.
believes in Neil.
Apostle, you don't hear? Hold on, brother.
What I'm saying, Apostle, is he believed that. In reality, right now, do you believe that? See what, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That man and his beliefs is his own. It's not accounted for me.
Correct.
You did. So that's the whole concept of belief, man. It's given to an individual, and it's given to you to believe what you want to believe. You have that choice. That don't mean I gotta believe it.
Right.
And listen, I'm gonna say this too. And if you got a whole group of people practicing some sort of faith or some sort of way, like you got the Abrahamic faith, then you got Kemet. All of these people believe in their way of their belief. That makes it literal to them, but it's not actual.
It's actual to them too.
No, it's not. How you gonna say Jesus walked
to
on
them
water?
it's actual. To them it's
right.
actual.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. See, that's what the debate is. Did the ancient Cometians believe that they were literal? Yes.
That's not
Did
what
the
the
ancient
debate is.
Cometians
That's not
believe
what the debate
that
is.
they were actual?
Apostle,
Yes.
Apostle. See, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's not what the debate is, brother. What is you talking about?
Tell me what it is,
The
son.
debate is not about did the people believe that they were literal?
Right.
That's not the debate.
That's right. It ain't the people.
The people were ignorant, just like many of you.
I was
Who
going to say,
believe in
just like
Yahweh,
people are
who
today.
believe in all this Moses crap, who believe that a goddamn fish swallowed a man for 3 days
Yeah.
and then spit him up.
And
See?
then, yeah,
That's
put all the
belief.
animals on a
You
boat.
think, hold up, you apostle think that's literal. He think that's real.
Right.
You know, he think Jesus really killed the fig tree. He think that these men was really speaking to snakes and donkeys and all
Donkeys
this
and
crap.
stuff like that.
That's what apostle believe. He believes that. So they was knuckleheads, just like the people of ancient Kemet. They were knuckleheads.
It's metaphoric.
That's all.
That's all.
So that's not the debate, apostle, whether the people in the community believe in it literal. That's
Right.
not the debate. Here's the
No.
question, apostle. Watch this. Just like you gave me something, here's one for you. Let me unmute you, apostle. Apostle, you know Asar, right? They call him Osiris.
Right.
How many pieces did they chop him up?
According to the story, they chopped them up in 14 pieces.
Right. They 14 pieces. How many pieces did they find and put back together?
13.
Where's the 14th piece?
She threw it in the river and said a fish ate it.
But didn't she
She
sat on
performed
it?
magic.
There you go. She sat on the phallic symbol.
Right. She
And
performed magic
called
and
who? What was
produced
it?
flowers. Right.
Asar.
That's
Right?
the way the story goes.
Right. So do you believe that that's a literal story?
No, I don't believe that story because I don't believe in
No,
Kemet.
that's the point.
But there's people
Not,
that
no,
believe that.
stop.
But we're not talking about
That's
the people,
not the debate,
Apostle.
apostle. We're not talking about what the people believed.
Right.
The topic is, are the Neteru literal? That's
Right.
the topic. Not did the people believe that they were yes, Jabari will say hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they believe that.
Right. They
We
literal,
all
but
would
they
say
not
hell yeah.
actual.
They all believed it. So you telling me that Asar got all this stuff chopped up and she put them back together again, and now you think this is a literal story? See,
Right.
you answered the question, brother.
It's literal, but not actual.
Do you believe that the dead came back to life?
No,
Who?
I don't believe none of
So
that.
all these stories of people dying
Nope, I don't believe it.
and medically documented. It's medical documented. 3 days. This man died. His body laid in.
How many? Hold on, Pastor. Let's get real. How many minutes?
No,
can
hold
the
on.
brain not- How many
Apostle,
minutes can a
back up off your
brain
mic.
not go without oxygen?
Back up off your mic, Apostle. You ain't got to scream.
Yeah, I mean, no, my mic is over here.
Oh, wow. Damn.
My
You
mic is over here.
Yeah, he got a good.
Yeah, I don't have the mic in front of me. It's over there.
Hey, Apostle, if they die, how long can the brain go without oxygen? And if the brain is, listen now, let me finish. And if the brain not functioning on oxygen, then they not dead. So you got, if you dead, your brain is no longer functioning on oxygen. Oxygen is no longer prevalent in your body when you're dead. So how are they giving some documents about somebody whose brain just don't exist anymore?
Well,
But it can't. You see what I'm
telling
saying?
you.
Let's do reality, man.
I'm telling you, medical doctors. There's a book out right now. He was dead.
Man.
He died 3 times.
Yeah.
One time he died on the operating table.
You don't have to scream.
Let me finish. One time he died on the operating table. He lasted for 5 minutes and they brought him back. The second time, on the same operating table, he was dead for 15 minutes. The third time, he was dead for 3 days. He was on life support, but he was clinically dead. And the medical doctors was only satisfying the family. They didn't want to let him go. But if they would have took that oxygen from him, he wasn't coming back.
So what's your point?
That's what they said. They said he wasn't coming back. And when the family finally gave in and said, go ahead and remove the oxygen, the dude came back. And he has a whole book that he done wrote about it. He's about 60-something years old. He had a heart attack. And they replaced his heart, but it didn't work. While they had complications while they were working on him.
See, this is Apostle, man. This is what I'm talking about. See, only Apostle believe in this foolishness, stuff like that. Because why is Apostle believing in that? Because he's trying to make Jesus' existence real.
Oh, I don't have to say that to make Jesus exist. I'm just telling the story.
Real.
I'm just telling the story, sir.
Yeah, but you're trying to make
I'm not even saying I believe the story. I'm just telling the story.
Ain't nobody died for no damn 3 days and he came back.
Right. I'm just telling you.
Ain't nobody even died for one goddamn day. Ain't nobody died for one day and came back. Stop it, man, with this nonsense.
I'm saying we don't know nothing.
No,
we think we know.
Speak for yourself.
Medical doctors will tell you we don't know nothing.
Don't tell us that.
We're learning every day.
But we do know something.
20 years ago, we thought our galaxy was the only galaxy. The Milky Way. That was it. 20 years ago. That's what they thought.
Right, man.
And that's what they taught. Pluto was a planet.
Apostle.
20 years ago.
But that's not what the ancient Kemetic people thought.
I don't know what they thought.
Listen, man.
Brother,
we do know something.
They're going mapping the stars out and all of that.
Right.
They mapped out the galaxy.
They
mapped out our galaxy.
They put the 3
They couldn't
stars.
see beyond that.
No. They put the 3 stars in alignment with the 3 pyramids.
I understand. That's within our galaxy.
Exactly.
Orion is within the Milky Way.
Yeah.
But the Milky Way is just one galaxy out of trillions.
Yeah,
one out of trillions.
You know, that's not even in our scope because we don't study that.
Just one in our trillions. I study.
We should talk about something that if we don't study like it's a matter of fact. Okay, well, I ain't gonna say what you don't study.
Yeah, I study.
All right. I'll leave it there. I was just wanting to know where was you going with the statement you made. You were saying that to say what?
Saying what? Now, to say there's a lot of things that we don't know about that exist. They're finding creatures. They're finding creatures every day They didn't know that existed.
But when you make a mistake when you say we know nothing, because we know plenty. We just learn more. We just add on as we grow. You grow in knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
That's hyperbole when I say we don't know nothing. I'm only saying is,
right.
And based on what we know, there's a lot we don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I know one thing. The best thing everybody gonna get out this debate is you're gonna learn some principles and rules of Kemet. That's and that's the part that's is advantageous for the whole community that we learn.
Right. I think right now what people ought to be doing is listening to the government.
No,
but they're hoping that we don't listen. Man. They got to close it, but they're hoping we don't believe it.
Believe
they're
what?
Hoping.
Believe what?
What's about to go on? What that our government ain't in charge.
Who's in charge?
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't met him yet.
No, Apostle. We pretty much in charge.
Oh, okay.
Of our own destiny.
Why you say we, brother?
Huh?
You said we pretty much in charge.
Yeah, when I say we, I mean America, man. I'm making a blanket statement.
They're shaking in their boots. These white folk are shaking in their boots.
I'll take that we away and say white supremacy is in charge. Nah, that's a fact.
They shaking in their boots.
Elaborate on that, sa.neter?
Nope.
Right. So I'll leave it there.
They're shaking in their boots at what they know that we don't know.
Control everything, man. They ain't shaking in nothing.
Right.
They control everything, man. While we sitting here wanting $1 million, Apostle, you got a Caucasian man want to climb Mount Everest or want to die.
Oh, they didn't climb Mount Everest.
I'm just trying to make an example, man. While we search for money, they off into another stratosphere, man. They diving off mountains with man-made flying suits and trying to get to the bottom of the ocean. They doing all these things because they got the money and resources to do them while we still scrambling for $1. So that lets you know pretty much who's in control. And then they got us scrambling with religion. You see, we argue and fight with each other more than anybody. YouTube is based on that. And, that's just a matter of fact.
There's a lot of information on YouTube, sometimes.
Oh, man, it's a lot of pseudo information. And I only like using that word. But it's just clickbait on YouTube, brother. It's some realism there. But it's more pseudoism than it is realism on YouTube.
Yeah,
I would say that.
That's the gimmick of the game.
And I ain't mad at that because you able to extract what you want to extract and then you do your own research, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's happening, man. Hey, Si, you missed a good one, man. The Hebrews had a beautiful show the other day. You was over there with with 607 Unc, and they had a beautiful one, man. They got together, they was high-fiving each other and everything. Look at Apostle smiling.
Where were you, man?
Who?
You.
I was just sitting in the back. I see, I'm not arguing religion with nobody. When they go to telling me niggas like Easy Band and all that stuff to my, well, we have a source, but let's look at the source. Man, I don't want to hear all of that. That's a European.
Man, you know you was welcome to come up in there, man.
I do, but I just don't care to participate no more in that kind of talk, man. Because I deal with more philosophy right now.
I could have used some help in keeping them guys in control.
Oh yeah, well, I do that automatically, especially in the chat. But what I'm saying is my role is not to be in here debating with these guys over stuff that I don't think is real and watch it. And then they think it's real and they want to get attitudes and talk about how, I ain't got time for all of that, man. If they want to read the sa.neter and think they doing something good. Because I asked one guy, think it was King J, what is that going to do for you to learn the sa.neter? Then he goes, well, you got to understand where you come from to understand where you're going. Then Unc say, well, them ain't your people. So what do you mean you got to understand where you come from? All this kind of gibberish, man. So I just like to sit back now for now, I just sit back and listen to the people in the chat and get them out of there if they talking crazy about our guests.
I don't understand Yosef for checking out of the debate with DMX. DMG, I mean. I don't understand that.
Oh, it ain't gonna be no debate now?
No, he checking out.
Oh.
I was looking forward to that, man, because I haven't seen Jose in no debate. I want to see him in a debate. How you do?
You mean Ashe?
No.
Oh.
The commission guy, Jose.
Oh, Jose.
Jose.
Yeah, Jose.
The accent
talking
guy.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. He called himself Uncle Jose.
I want to see 7-7 Assault in a debate.
7-7 Assault.
You know, I want to see him in the debate, a real debate.
Oh, well, I think he can handle himself.
He can. He probably can. But I'd like to see him in the debate.
Why don't you take him on, challenge him?
Oh, he ain't ready. No, not me. I'm not dealing with it.
Huh?
I'm not stooping down that low.
I mean, why is it low? He
just low.
He just opposing your ideals.
Yeah, but it's low. He got some debates to do. He ain't did nothing. Why would I do that?
You can welcome him onto the debate
right?
floor.
He gonna say he black.
No.
Skin don't depend on what we.
Oh, here you go.
Who's a female?
I did not say I'm not American.
I'm not an
Oh, that's whack right there. I recognize whack.
The Supreme Court today.
Look at it.
Wait,
Answer the question.
Did
you see what happened at the Supreme Court today?
Hold on, Jabari.
Did you see what happened
born here.
at the Supreme Court today? He tried to take away.
Is that you standing upside?
And you have a small penis.
I
can tell you have a small penis. Good.
That was some dude from the back. You muted, Si.
You muted.
This is where Wack gonna lose his mind.
Okay, one second. Listen. I want to say this. For everybody watching. Right now. Who's talking right now? Moderator.
You ain't no man.
Talking real loud.
We're gonna acknowledge. Do you think?
And you saying nothing.
You believe that his loudness is trying to compensate for what? Lack of what? He says.
I already told him what it was a lack of.
What is that they're drinking, Si?
Now you want to fight you sex, baby? I'm gonna do
Is that water?
Deal with that bullshit. I'm gonna be trying to deal with that.
Listen,
ain't never seen no
down.
bottle like
Yo,
that.
be quiet, man.
We don't play no sex play nigga around here. We're men around here. We're all gonna take it down for one moment. Sex play me as a man from my wife. You's a bitch for you. Hold on, gentlemen, one moment. No one is gonna sex play anybody. No one's gonna disrespect anybody. I feel you. Hold on, talk.
Now, see, people talk about he came and banged on me. Watch.
That's not what he was saying, though, bro. You don't mention dicks to me. I don't talk dicks to me.
Okay, so there will be no more talk about that. So hold on. Just so that way we can continue.
And let me.
Yo, I wish the dude get the hell out the way. The one that's standing up, man. He just get the hell out the way, bro. He kept trying to tell me to stop, man. I'm like, yo, my man.
Clear fashion. In a clear fashion.
You ain't on the East Coast, nigga. We don't use that terminology out here. Y'all use it a lot. Suck my dick, Frank. I never involved to my shit. We don't do that out here. Because I'm not gay. I never tell another man. So you agree with that shit? You agree?
Can we set up for one moment?
I never do that.
We're in agreement.
Tell them nigga that's some gay shit.
We're in agreement that
represent dicks and shit.
That's not going to continue anymore in this conversation.
Yo, you a real nigga? Tell him.
Brother.
You're not going to tell him?
Brother.
I was better than you.
Brother.
No, I told you that.
If we
so
could...
what? You might have more money than me. But I'm a better man than you, nigga. How you figure that? Because I taught millions of our people. I taught millions of black people about black knowledge, nigga. Let me tell you why you ain't better than me. I taught babies, nigga. Let me tell you why God don't care. I can stand on the street on 125th Street and kids will walk by. Hold on, grown people will walk by. You know what they'll say to me? Hold on. You know what they'll say to me? Let me tell you why God don't care.
This it don't have to be this high.
You know why?
Of course.
You know what they gonna say to me? It's ass dying white.
What?
You know what they put some shit in you they can't.
Yeah, I think so too.
Nobody to talk, right?
You dying, nigga.
I think so too.
Everybody got
You ain't better than me.
Everybody got
But you saw it. But sometimes when you dance on the line, things could go
When
over.
kids come, when brothers walk by me, you know what the fuck they say? I watched you growing up. You a motherfucking legend. You know what they say about you? Damn, you was a killer, nigga. You killed a lot of black niggas out there. Damn, you banged out there. Who told you I was a killer? Damn, you banged out there. Who told you I was a killer? Brother, I've been listening and following you. I listened to one person that said I.
See, so don't let nobody tell you the nigga came at me and he was banging on me. Hell no. I was standing up, dude. I was standing up, bro. Trust me. Trust and believe what I tell you, man. He wasn't coming at me like that and I was just sitting back being quiet. Hell no. I was going the fuck off. I was going
at
in.
a motherfucking thug, nigga. And that's all you gonna do.
You
You're nothing but a thug. That's all you are.
I'm a man first.
You still a fucking thug.
Always
That's all you are, man. You ain't never gonna be nothing else.
About a dog. Y'all praise
You
him.
can't even take it. You can't even take it.
Don't know nigga
You gotta
sex
let our
play me.
motherfucking mouth.
Sex
And
play.
now when he check your ass,
He ain't
on
checked.
real
He just got
information,
checked.
you fucking crying.
He just got checked.
Now you want to fight now.
He got checked.
Now you want to fight.
If you sex play me, I'ma do you in.
I don't deal with that bullshit.
I'ma beat your
I
ass.
don't deal with that.
Let's take it down.
I don't deal with that.
Take it down.
Nigga, we don't play no sex play nigga around here. We're men around here.
We're all gonna take
Nigga,
it down
you
for
think
one
you gonna
moment.
sex play me as
Take
a
it
man?
down.
See, that's all I'm gonna play, man. I'm telling you, man, I wasn't letting nobody come at me with that. You know, he could get up there and go and tell all his people, yo, I was going that saw. So what? I got the evidence. I got the proof. I got the proof when I first stepped on the stage. And that's not the only time. Every time he would say something to somebody else, watch when I play the whole thing. When he would say something to somebody else, I was still coming at it. I was like, nah, nigga. It's still me and you. Let's finish talking. Let's go. Come on. That's what I was doing. He was trying to avoid me now. Now he was trying to avoid me. But at first, he was coming at me. And I was being quiet. I was like, yo, brother, I don't want to debate with you. I'm chilling. You know?
Take me. I don't know how that happened. Can you take?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's what happened, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't let nobody tell y'all that crazy shit. sa.neter, man, listen. I don't go for that. When we going at it, we gonna go at it then. And guess what? I got respect for Wack because he's a goddamn, his birthday is the next day, right after mine's, Apostle. He's April 6th. April 7th. I'm April 6th. So you know that's two goddamn firestorms coming at each other.
Yeah, everybody know all you got to do is just stand up to Wack. But you got to be able to handle it because you don't know how he's going to react. So you got to be able to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly if you stand up to him, he'll cut that shit out. He's just testing you to see how far he can go. That's all.
Yeah. That's the first time I met him. Now, I've known of him and, had him on my platform before, but that's the first time we met face to face right there.
Right.
And so you're right. He would test people.
Yeah.
Because when the cameras was gone, everything was love. Everything was all love, man.
What's up, Napa?
Peace, Apostle. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm great. I was
Yo.
working out.
You was working. Hold up, Nepal. Hold up. Go ahead. Talk for a minute, Apostle.
Yeah, no, I was just asking, how was she? I know she was happy to spend some time with you and all that. How was your week?
Yeah, I'm good. Everything's great. I don't know. Is everything okay with my mic, sa.neter?
Yeah, you good. I hear you. I wanted to ask you about Morpheus.
Right, I came up to talk about the Department of Perceptual Studies at Virginia. I wasn't really I didn't see all that you guys are talking about right now. So
Yeah,
can you
did
guys
you
hear me?